welcome to the quietly nihilistic arena of the Abyss. Questions provided by Samster tonight. Good evening, Silent Marine. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. And thank you, Hexagonal Jimmy, for that follow as well. Sorry I missed you before, but welcome on in. Just before we open the lobby, some thanks for some more donations. Claire T donating £20. Thanks for hours and hours of fun. Thank you very much, Claire. Look forward to chatting with you in a little while. Actually, that's not a spoiler. Everyone knows Claire's in it. Or I tweeted about it anyway. Miss You Noisemaker, £15 donation. A second well done for a fantastic day of Quizmania. Thank you for all you do. A pleasure. And thank you for your generosity there, Kira, as well. And Fluffy Squirrel with a £10 donation. You can do it, Arg. It turns out he can. So thank you very much, Fluffy Squirrel, for the £10 donation right there. Welcome to the Abyss. Questions tonight have been provided by Samster. And it's a game where can have quite a high turnover in the Abyss, but it's a game of endurance rather than pure skill. Let's see what happens. We're going to open it up, and if you want to come and play in the Abyss, type in the code SNQC. A reminder that you should whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. If you're joining us for the first time, whisper to the bot, whisper your answers to the bot. Hello Planet 511, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Welcome to the game. Yes, so for the lobby bit, you can type into the main chat, but for the actual game part, then you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. So I'll just bring that command up again, so you can find Persephone's Twitch bot. If you click her and then press whisper, she's the one asking the questions. You whisper your answers to her in order to have them processed. Otherwise, they won't be processed if you type in public chat, and they will be deleted by moderators. So just give you a fair warning, because I think we've got some new people here, and you're all very, very welcome. Lovely to have you. We are running almost exactly 30 minutes late, so I budgeted 45. Did I budget 45 minutes for the Abyss, or did I budget an hour? The Abyss should have started at 6, and the secret show was going to be starting at 6:45. So we are running about 35 minutes late, which isn't too much of a problem at the moment. I'm inclined to put the secret show where it is. I don't know if Moneybox might have to slip slightly. Just because, I mean, I will message guests. I'll message them now and see if they're okay, because obviously I need to prioritise guests coming in at the right time. So I'm just going to send them a quick message. Right. Okay, let's go to the BRB screen then, because that was a thing that happened. The game just died. It just up and died. Well, shall we try that again? Yes, pay no attention to the desktop behind the curtain right there, and my very untidy desktop. Apologies for that. Good thing I had a be right back button there. Right. Should we try that again? I'm going to go skip opening credits. No, I won't open the opening credits. It's fine. Have I signed up the right packs? Yeah, Unity occasionally does it. I don't think I clicked close. I may have done. The Abyss went into the Abyss somewhat. Let's try that again. Oh, hang about. No! I'm on the wrong layout. I'm giving away the answers now. Hang on. It's still running. I just need to go to Twitch mode. Ah! The technical error is all happening now. Too angsty to handle. Yeah, everyone wins. Westerdator, welcome to the stream. Apologies for the technical issues. I haven't had many today, so I suppose that's all well and good that they're happening in one fell swoop. There we go, there's some music. Right, different code. Apologies about that. AFXS, and come and join again. Come join for a second time. Give me a second. There we go. All right, message is sent, so we'll ask the questions. Right. Now, please don't crash again, Abyss. That would be Pog AF if you could just not crash for no good reason. Anyway, may have accidentally shown the answer to one of the questions, but anyway, we'll get on with the game. If no one else has come to join, let's begin. And, oh, apparently you've not finished organising properly, but okay, hopefully that will resolve itself in due course. What's going on with the Abyss tonight? Anyway, players attempt to answer up to 40 questions by whispering the answer to Persephone's Twitch spot. Use the crossword clues to assist you as spelling matters. After the 5th question, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena, with players who have performed better given a higher chance. If players in the Abyss Arena answer a question incorrectly or abstain, they lose a life and drop a level. After the 3rd incorrect answer or abstention, they drop into the Abyss and are out of the game. A player from the wings will be selected to replace them, with players who have performed better on the previous 5 questions given a higher chance, but it is still RNG. Arena players earn an extra life up to a maximum of 3 after successfully answering 5 consecutive questions. After question 40, the players in the Abyss Arena progress to the final. It should resolve itself, that weird display thing that's going on. I think it's because I started it in dev mode rather than in Twitch mode, so the window's a bit strange. I'm hoping it resolves itself, but if not, I'm hoping you can see enough of your lozenge enough of your prefab to figure out what's going on. So, use the crossword clues to help you, because spelling does count in this game. Whisper your answer to the bot, and most importantly, keep your eye on the chat, because when the question is in chat, the question will be live, even if it's not necessarily what you see on the screen. Good luck to you all. Let's play. Like I say, I'm hoping that cramped issue on the prefabs is going to resolve itself. So the category is only one anagram. Incorporate, we're getting busy. Procreation was the answer, and no, it's not. And I know why, it's because it locks them. Okay, so we're going to have squash prefabs on this game, I'm afraid. WWE wrestlers past and present. Home to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, what is the most populous city in North Carolina? Charlotte was the answer. Yeah, I know why these squashy prefabs would happen, because it stores the locations at the start, so now these are fixed, unless I restart the game, which I'm disinclined to do. So hopefully we can manage, and apologies. Best-selling books in the UK is the category. E.L. James' steamy start to a trilogy that originally started life as Twilight fan fiction. 5624. 50 Shades of Grey was what we were after there. On we go. Greatest hits albums. Stop the Clock, featuring Talk Tonight and Lila. 5 letters. Oasis was the answer. Oasis. Onwards. The first alphabetically, the numbers 1 to 10. 5 letters, which is the first alphabetically? Anyway, here's one all. Answer is 8. E-I-G-H-T. The only one beginning with E was the answer. And after 5 questions, we're going to bring 9 players into the Abyss. Jogging Chum with 4 points. You're in the Abyss. For the arena. Ines joining us with 4 as well. Liswiz joins us with 1. Mark joining us with 3. Shapes joining us with 3. Quizzle joining us with 4. Ardenfet's joining with 2. I'm just going to adjust the screen size to see if I can make it work. It's not going to work. Sorry. We'll just have squashy prefabs. Kira joining us with 1. And Oni joining us with 4. Derek denied, the only player to get 5 out of 5, but denied entry into the Abyss Arena. Let's go on. Only one anagram. Basie. What are you doing right now? It's 5 letters long. Or Tesla. It is the Abyss. Of course you're doing the Abyss right now. Only Kira and Jongjum losing life on that one. WWE wrestlers past and present. What is the surname of the character played by Sarah Jessica Parker in the TV show Sex and the City? Bradshaw was the answer. Jongjum, Ines, Liswitz, Ardenfet, Kira, and Oni all losing life there. Category first alphabetically, the flavours of quark. 6 letters long. Bottom was the answer. Kieran, Listwitz and Johnny Chum, you have fallen into the abyss and you're out of the game. Westnate has joined with 2. And Brand New Halo's joined with 2. Let's go on. Greatest Hits Albums, History, Past, Present and Future. Book 1, featuring The Girl Is Mine, and She's Out of My Life, 7-7. Michael Jackson, Westnator, Innes, Listwitz, Ardenfet's all getting that wrong, and Listwitz, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Replaced by Zeus, currently on 4 points. Let's go on. Best 7 points in the UK. Zadie Smith explores the friendship of 2 unlikely friends, Archie Jones and Samad Iqbal, during World War II. 5 and 5. Oh, did it, Halo? Oh, that's a shame. White Teeth was the answer. Mark, Ardenfetz and Oni, you're wrong. And Ardenfetz and Oni have dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Replaced by Jogging Chum. And Clive, welcome to the Abyss Arena. WWE wrestlers past and present. It is often said that the Tower of London will fall if its 6 resident birds of what species leave the fortress. 5 letters. The Raven, Westnator, Shapes and Brand New Halo, all wrong answers in the arena. Losing a life. Only one anagram, undemocratise, making a murderer or Tiger King, perhaps. So the anagram is before the parentheses and then the clue is in the parentheses. 13 letters. Documentaries was the answer. Zeus and Westnator, losing life, and Westnator, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. Claire has replaced you with 8 points. Greatest Hits Albums, Icon, featuring Lithium and In Bloom, 7 letters. Claire's ball's going to stop rolling in a minute. Nirvana was the answer. Innes and Clive losing a life on that one, and Innes, you dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. Replaced by DVD Smith, welcome into the Abyss Arena. Next question. Category is first alphabetically, we're after countries of Africa. First alphabetically, 7 letters. Algeria. Oh, a sea of green in the Abyss Arena, always nice to see. Quizzle currently leading in the lobby game with 13 points. Best-selling books in the UK by Juliet Donaldson. A mouse goes for a walk in a forest where it meets a fantastical creature. 3 and 8. The Gruffalo is what we're after. Spelling counts, I'm afraid. Jogging Chum and Brand New Halo losing a life. Mark, 5 right in a row. You've earned yourself an extra life and you're back up to the top level. Well played. Here we go. WWE wrestlers. What highest rank is awarded to only the most elite sumo wrestlers in Japan? 8 letters. Tricky one. Yokozuna was the answer. Brand New Halo, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Shapes, DVD Smith and Claire, also you losing a life. Proves, welcome into the Abyss Arena. Currently on 7 points. Let's go on. First alphabetically, astrological signs of the zodiac, 8 letters. Clive losing a life there. Aquarius was the answer. Zeus, that's 5 right in a row. You've earned an extra life and you're back up a level. Greatest Hits Albums at the close of a century, featuring Hey Love and I Don't Know Why, 6 and 6. A lot of blank faces in the arena. Stevie Wonder was the answer. Everyone losing a life in the arena. Clive and Shapes, you've dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. DMC, welcome on in. Derek Agony, welcome on in. Foiled by Ravens. Got to check the letter count. Best-selling books in the UK. Dan Brown. Robert Langdon investigates a murder at the Louvre. 3254. Code Claire, you've lost that last life and you've dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. Placed by Aaron Aromatics, currently on 9 points. Next question. Only one anagram, knitter. You're getting the knick-knack for this. You're getting the knick-knack for this. 7 letters. Trinket was the answer. DVD Smith and Joggingsham, you've dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. So we reached the halfway mark. Clive, second bite, obviously done well on the last 5. And Pokenuts, welcome to the Abyss Arena. Greatest Hits albums, The Immaculate Collection featuring Borderline and Crazy For You, 7 letters. Madonna is what we were after there. Brilliant Pokenuts, DMC, and Aaron losing a life on that one. First alphabetically, Colours of the Rainbow with 4 letters. Blue was the right answer. Oh, lots of green there. Lovely to see. Blue was the correct answer. On to the next. Best-selling books in the UK. Alice Sebold tracks the fallout from the murder of 14-year-old Susie Salmon, 365. The Lovely Bones, I believe, later adapted into a film directed by Peter Jackson. Aaron, Pruse and Zeus, you've dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. Mark and Quizzle, 5 right in a row, and you've got an extra life. You're back up to that top level. And 3 players to replace. Planet 511. In his back for a second time. And Nicole Milodnik, welcome to the Abyss Arena. Next question. The ghost of which Roman poet is a pivotal character in Dante Alighieri's Inferno? WWE wrestlers. Oh, thank you, darling. Hello, Dexter. Virgil was the answer. DMC and Pokenuts, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Natter joining to replace. And Arden Fetz as well. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Let's go on. Only one anagram. Marbling. Going on and on. 8 letters. Thank you, darling. Not just yet, but do save me some art. Thank you, darling. Rambling was the answer. Melodic Planet 511 losing a life there. Still plenty of green. Peter's here, DVD Smith, good to hear. Only one anagram, ancestries. We refuse to put up with this. 10 letters. Resistance, tricky one there, and I'm afraid Clive and Planet 511, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. It's Otley, welcome into the Abyss Arena. And Toot on 21 points, welcome on in, 15 questions to go. Best-selling books in the UK, Eric Carle, he ate an apple, 2 pears, 3 plums, and much more, 34611. The Very Hungry Caterpillar was the answer. After losing a life down there. On we go. Greatest Hits albums, direct hits featuring Read My Mind and Human, 3 and 7. Mr. Brightside might have made that too easy. It's the Killers. Natter and Melodnik, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Colo joining the game with 13 questions to go. And Claire coming back for chance number 2. Here's your next question. The first alphabetically, ingredients in BBC Good Foods Perfect Pancakes recipe. 4 letters. Eggs is what we were after there. Toot and Colo losing a life. What name is given to a rebound off of a surface, for instance, after a bullet is fired? 8 letters. Category is WWE wrestlers past and present. So Ricochet. Plenty of green there, nice to see. Quizzle currently leading in the lobby with 27. Also in the arena still. First alphabetically, Big 5 game animals. 7 or 8-7. Buffalo, or American Buffalo was the answer. Lots of lives being lost there, and Ardenfest and Derek, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. But Quizzle has earned an extra life, you're back up to the top flight there. And 2 replacement players. Theory of Game has joined. And Prudes is back in for a second run with 10 questions to go. Buffaloed a lot of people, it did, Derek. Greatest Hits albums, Carry On Up the Charts, featuring You Keep It All In and 36D, 395. Thinking that the Rolling Stones fit, but it doesn't. It's the Beautiful South. Beautiful South is what I want to say. Innes, Colo, in Theory of Game losing life, and Coley has dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. DVD Smith coming back for the second time here. Good time to get into the arena if you can get here. Only 1 anagram. Polyps. Eat these with Joe, maybe. Eat these with Joe, maybe. 6 letters. She's a perfect 10. Something like that. Sloppy, as in Sloppy Joe's. Theory of Game losing a life there. Plenty of green in the Abyss Arena and in the wings as well. Wrestlers, 2010. What geological event caused approximately $7.8 billion of damage in Haiti with an epicenter roughly 15 miles away from Port-au-Prince? 10 letters. Oh, 2 getting an answer in the nick of time. Proves losing a life on that one, dropping down. 6 questions to go. Harper Lee, Jean Louise Finch or Scout, grows up in Macomb, Alabama, 24111. Best-selling books in the UK. To Kill a Mockingbird was the answer. Only 1 anagram. Semiloon. See this with a 34. Say this, SE this, see this with a 34. 8 letters. That is not a typo. Selenium, atomic number 34, and chemical symbol SE. Theory of Game, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Toots and Mark getting an extra life just in the nick of time. And 1 player's coming to replace. It's Topper on 12 with 5 questions to go. Selenium Gomez. Best-selling books in the UK by Khaled Hosseini. Young Amir befriends a wealthy boy against the war-torn backdrop of Kabul. 3, 4, and 6. The Kite Runner was the answer. Topper and Proves, you've lost a life, and Proves, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. Innes getting an extra life just in the nick of time with 3 questions to go. And Oni back into the Abyss Arena, looking for a place in the final. Greatest Hits albums, 1 featuring She Loves You and I Feel Fine, 3 and 7. It was the Beatles. Topper losing a life there. I think there's 2 more questions now. I think that's 1 higher than the actual number left. First alphabetically, awards in an EGOT. 4 letters. Do we know what an EGOT is? Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Everyone in the Abyss Arena getting that one right. Can you survive this final question? Or final two? I'm not sure which it is. It's wrestlers with singles including Don't Call Me Up and Ring Ring. Which singer won the 2020 Brit Award for British Female Solo Artist? 5 letters. And Topper, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Mabel was the answer. Innocent Mark also losing a life. And Nicole, welcome back in. You've made it in for the final. So, after 40 questions, it is now time for the final. Players are going to be restored up to 3 lives. Melodnik managing to get the Hail Mary at the end. Topper just losing out. Some players only just hanging on. A much more difficult pack than we've seen in the past. So thank you to Samson for this brutal pack. Quizzle in the lead, 37 out of 40. Quizzle only dropping 3 questions the entire pack, which is most impressive. Let me explain the rules of the final. And again, I apologise for the audience scores being a bit all over the place. It will still work internally with the pennies and stuff. So, 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. Up to 10 questions will be displayed. Whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bar as before. If arena players drop into the abyss, they are permanently out of the game and will not be replaced. The winner is the last player standing. If after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is the winner. Those are the rules for the final. So, a lot perhaps where I've got 40 plus. Yeah, that is a very valid point, Samster. There have been quite a few where there's been, and it's, you know what, it's been really good to see the variance and difficulty of packs. So, if you look at something like Data Leak earlier on was perhaps a little easier. Red Herrings was a bit easier. And then we've had the Escape Artist, which was really quite hard. This has been really quite hard. So I think that's really good. There's been a good variety of difficulty. So all of the answers were WWE wrestlers, Nicole. Yeah, they've all been. So the questions weren't about wrestlers, but if you know anything about, if you knew about wrestling, then it might have been a hint to get you there. I like that they're tough but fair. Doesn't feel like you want us to get stuff right. No, I think that's also a very valid comment there, Clive. Again, apologise if these prefabs have messed up because it crashed spontaneously and then it started in the wrong play mode and it locks the position. So without restarting the game, I couldn't do anything. I wasn't going to restart it twice. So yeah, thanks to Samson. So time for the final. Do continue to answer in the lobby game because you get your points times by. Pennies, is it 5? Yeah, points times 5. So if you finish on 40, for example, you'll get 200 pennies for this game. Yeah, let's play. Good luck. But first, alphabetically, people in Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. 6 letters. I'll start with an easy one. The questions in the final are the same categories, but they're generally slightly more difficult. Andrew is what we were after there. Totally, Melodnik, Claire, and Oni losing a life. Next one. Greatest Hits albums. The first 10 years featuring Sweet Sir Galahad and Silver Dagger, 4 and 4. Joan Baez was the answer. Tricky one there. 2 getting the right answer and the only one in the Abyss Arena to do so. 4 players down to their last life. Best-selling books in the UK. David Nichols. 2 graduates meet every St Swithin's Day for 20 years. 3 and 3. One day was the answer to that one. And Melodic and It's Slightly, you dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. First, alphabetically, the 7 heavenly virtues, 7 letters. So it's charity. Charity, only you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Wrestlers, what spice is derived from the seed covering of Myristica fragrans? 4 letters. Mace, DVD Smith and Innis, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Best-selling books in the UK by Andrea Levy. Set in 1948, this story follows the experiences of Jamaican immigrants to the UK, 5 and 6. 4 players now remain. 2 players now remain. Claire and Mark, you've dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. Small Island was the answer. Toot and Quizzle, the only 2 remaining. Only 1 anagram. Adulterating. We've tracked this answer down. 12 letters. We've tracked this answer down. Adulterating. Triangulated was the answer, and Quizzle, you've dropped into the abyss. High scorer, but the last player standing has now cut that out. Whew! GG Toot! Last player standing. Timed your score by 5 and will be given that in pennies. Well played, gang. Really good game. It's good to see. It's a good spread of scores. 41, 39, 36, 36, 33, 33, 30, 30. Again, really sorry that these prefabs screwed up there. What are we playing? The Abyss. And the winner was now cut that out. Award medals. Very well played. Score of 39. So, times your pennies by 5. That is what you're going to get. In pennies, they'll be added automatically. And also, Samster, thank you very much for 5 question packs. Usually this game has a number of different authors, 3 or 4 different authors, for an amalgamation, but Samster wrote all 5 of the category packs here, because there's 5 different categories and there's 10 questions in each. So thank you to Samster. These should now automatically be added on from the build. You should get your 5 author credits. You get 5 author credits for this one, because it's technically 5 different packs that you're writing, plus 20 pennies per pack for a total of 100. 2, stealing the victory from Quizzle, who's leading all the way, but then in the final, Toot managed just to bring it. So to write the boy, that's fine, absolutely fine. Thank you for doing a books category. Even I completely blanked on Andrea Levy. Yeah, some really tricky trivia in there. Anyway, it is going to be time. We made up a bit of time though. It made up about 10 minutes. It is time for the super secret game. The super secret game. So I'm going to invite my 8 guests to come to the green room. I will meet you and bring you to the broadcast studio shortly. So if you'd like to head towards the green room, I'm going to need about 5 minutes to set this up. A, for sound tests on each player, and B, for just a couple of things that I need to finalise. This is the big super secret game that only myself, Mrs. Flush, and I think the 8 players taking part are the only people who know exactly what this is. And again, this is one which is very much hands-off for the audience. There is some audience involvement that you can take part in as well, but it's mainly for the players in the studio and for your entertainment, a bit like Buzz Off. So it's the second of our celebrity guys. These are our local celebrities from within the community, and do sit tight. So give me 5 minutes. Players who are joining the green room, if you can still hear me where you are, I'm going to pop to the loo first, and then I'll come back, do the setup for the game, we'll do a quick sound test, and then we will jump in, and it will be very exciting, I hope. And fingers crossed everything will work, because obviously it's the first airing for it, so we'll see what happens. Sit tight, we'll be back very soon, and congratulations to Toot, because you have survived the abyss. forget how long that last note goes on for there. Stay right there, because in a few minutes it's the super secret game. Zeus, thank you very much for the £5 piano tax at 6 p.m. 4 notes still count. Yes, it does. There's a few more for you. It's after 7 o'clock. I'll play something more substantial a bit later on for you. But sit right there. Thank you very much for that £5, Zeus. We're up to £726 for you so far. So thank you for your generosity. We're probably just over the halfway mark now, going through till about 1 a.m. Probably a little later now. So do hope you can stick around with me for as long as you can. Gonna do this setup, go to an ad break, nip to the loo, sound test, get the game set up, and then we will begin. So stay right there, and we'll be back very, very soon. welcome to the very first Twitch Would I Lie to You? I hope you're all keeping well. Wonderful to have you here. And thank you for joining me. And to everyone who managed to keep this secret, I'm very, very grateful to you. Bilbo Baggins, welcome to the stream. And Exowalter and Ramsey Fox, great to have you here as well. Welcome on in. Oh, now I am slightly anxious because obviously we did a tech run and there are a couple of changes that were made. Hopefully nothing too dramatic. Yeah, it's mainly press one button on this game, and then I've got to write things down on a piece of paper because you can't beat a bit of old-fashioned pen and paper work. But anyway, we are going to meet two teams in Would I Lie to. It's my Twitch version of it. It's basically the last round. Just to give you an overview of how this has been constructed, each of the players tonight have privately sent me a true statement about themselves and a false statement about themselves. None of the other players knows what they said, as I'm assuming, unless they've told everyone, which I'm pretty sure they haven't. So they've each sent me one truth and one lie about themselves. So they've had a chance to prepare a lie. However, they don't know whether they're going to be told to read out their truth or their lie this evening. There are two teams, and the objective of the game is to work out whether the player on the opposing team is telling the truth or telling a lie. Let's meet tonight's teams. We have Zeus, Clive, Claire, and their team captain, Ash the Bash. Good evening, you four.
Evening.
Hello.
Evening.
Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Very quickly down the line, Zeus. Great to have you here. Another game show you can add to your gamut of a CV now.
Yay. Does this count as a game show or a panel show?
It's more a panel show, really. It's the first time for Game not doing a panel show. Do you consider yourself a particularly good liar?
I do not, but that might be me lying.
I see what you did there. Well, welcome to the game. Clive, lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. So, you're here tonight, obviously from the States.
I was hoping you would just stop there. You're here tonight.
You're here tonight. That's the end of the interview. Thank you, Clive. No, you're from the States, so you've been with us for most of the day since you got on. What time is it for you right now?
It's 2:19 p.m.
2:19 p.m. So sort of lunchtime lying, or possibly a lunchtime truth telling. We'll have to wait and see. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being here, and Claire, welcome to you.
Hello.
Nice to have you here. I know you had to dash off. How was your was it scout trip, brownie trip?
It's Cubs. It was my Cubs. It was a district quiz, and my Cub pack won. Yeah. So we get to go up to county. So I've got a trophy to take home. It's sat on my shelf next to another trophy. So
be absolutely honest. Which is the greater achievement, the Cub win or the Only Connect win?
Very proud of I like being proud of other people. So the Cub win is more important.
Quite right. Well, I think we would have been very disappointed actually if you'd not come back with a victory. But very well done on that, and thank you for racing back to be with us for Would I Lie to You this evening. And Bash, good evening.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. How is Christmas going?
Christmas with the family has been absolutely awesome. I got a kalimba.
A what now?
A kalimba.
Is that a musical instrument? It sounds like a musical instrument.
It is a musical instrument, yes. It's like metal strips, and you pluck the strips and on a soundboard.
Oh, I know the one. I used to get mini ones you're playing with your thumbs. Is it sort of bigger size, or is that
it is that one, yeah.
It's a thumb one. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a duet next time. Next time we're together. Well, obviously we've got 4 players on each team rather than 3. So Ash, as the team captain, will make a deciding verdict. Generally, I think the rule, certainly at the tech rehearsal, but we'll have to wait and see how Ash decides to play it. Ash, I think, may go with the majority, but if he's really convinced against the majority, then he may overrule them. That's how it's sort of going to go down. Is that about fair, Ash? Chaos, yeah. Total chaos. Well, thank you for being here, and we look forward to chatting with you a bit later on. And on my left, even though it's actually on my right on the screen, but it's left from the position, it's very strange, we have the opponenting team, that's not a word, Jack, and Samster, and Innes, and their team captain, David. Not Mitchell, but Bodycombe. Welcome to you 4.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you all. Now, Jack, first of all, welcome to you.
I forgot to mute. Hello.
That would be helpful. How are you keeping? You've been here most of the day, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been here since 11 in the morning. I ran to Sainsbury's.
Amazing.
And I got back.
Nice. Well, Great to have you here. Now, how do you consider your life skill? Because obviously you've got a career in politics, so maybe you're good at being liberal with the truth.
My main conclusion from the student politics was that I wasn't cut out for politics.
Well, you're still in you're still in local politics, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how your political poker face goes this evening. And you're playing with Samster as well. Samster, good evening.
Hello.
You're on a bit of a run today, aren't you? So are you expecting to add this one to your victory cabinet as well?
This is very, very different. I'd like to think teaching is a form of acting, but then based on our trial run through, I'm not sure it's quite my thing. We'll see.
I will stress for the audience at home, the trial run through involved me making up a load of statements and then giving to them and having the players ad-lib as to whether it was true or a lie. So they were all lies, but tonight we have got 8 genuine truths and 8 genuine lies. We won't see all of them. That's only going to pick one for each player, so the other one they'll have to use for another time. Innes, good evening. Welcome to you.
Hello, pleased to be here.
Lovely to have you. And how are you keeping in Northern Ireland?
Northern Ireland, yeah. No, I'm still living over here in Belfast. I've been good though. I too have been here since the start of the stream, and I tend to get very engrossed in the quiz games, as you know.
Yes.
I do my best. So it would be interesting to see what effect 8 hours of quizzing has on someone's ability to talk coherently and convincingly.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, as I've said to the panel at the tech rehearsal, feel free to cross-talk and cause as much chaos as you like, and if I need to bring things to order, then I will do just that. And your team captain, David Mitchell, David J. Bodycombe, welcome to you.
Hello there. It's the first time I've been confused for David Mitchell, but I have been confused for Clive Anderson once.
I can see that, actually. I can see that. Well, I mean,
somebody came up to me at a European TV conference, and they said, "You're awfully good on that. Whose line is it anyway?" show.
Is that racist? Is just because you're both follically challenged? You must.
I imagine it was that. I wasn't quite that heavy at that time, so it was. Well,
yes.
Yes.
Obviously, you've got your line of work is in. TV, and have you actually been on the set of Would I Lie to You, the actual set?
No, apparently the recordings go on for about 2.5 hours. It's quite a slog. It's the only way they can get them value for money out of the comedians is by recording a whole ton of stuff and then cutting it down to 30 minutes.
Aha. Well, maybe Dave will have an advantage here because he hangs out with such panelists on a regular basis, so maybe he's got a measure of how to lie or to tell an unconvincing truth. David and team, thank you very much for being here, and we'll talk to you a little bit more in a bit. So, how this works from an audience point of view, all of the instructions will be on screen, nothing is going to come to chat, and all you have to do is whisper to the bot whether you think it's true or a lie. You will have until I pan back to the screen to make your decision, so you might want to listen to some of the story before you make a decision, but these 2 bars that are down here, which I recognise are not normally on the game show, they will reflect to see how many of the audience got it right. So you're not playing for points, but just as a straw poll, how many of you think it is things are true and things are lies. So without any further ado, we should begin our game of Would I Lie to You? We've met our panel, and I'm going to be keeping score on my pen and paper, which is why I've got a pen here. And let's see who's going to be up first. Clive of Legend.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you're going to be starting this off, Clive. There we go. Set that to Clive, so now he knows what he's got to read. Clive.
I once spent an hour in a kitchen, hiding from a mariachi band.
David's team.
How did this situation arise?
Well, it was my grandmother's 75th birthday.
I thought mariachi bands kind of just randomly roam the streets or are in a boat in some sort of bayou.
In Tennessee, they carry guns. But no, it was her 75th birthday, and she jokingly asked for a mariachi band, which my grandfather took seriously. So they invited a mariachi band to the house.
Did they have maracas?
I think so.
Oh, that's serious if they had maracas.
Mm-hmm. One instrument.
Why did you need to hide from them?
Well, I was quite socially anxious at the time. I still am, but I really didn't have any control over it back then, and 4 strangers in costumes with, as David says, maracas in my house was quite a nerve-wracking thing. And in the kitchen, we had mini quiches, so I decided to spend my time with the mini quiches in the kitchen.
Was there a particular thing in the kitchen you hid in, or like would you get in the washing machine, or was it just generally just hiding in the kitchen?
No, in a little chair.
Okay.
A little chair by the mini quiches on the stove. It was lovely.
I think the mini quiches are coming up a lot in this story.
Yeah, they were good. I remember them pretty vividly.
What fillings did they have?
Ooh, Lorraine and Kelly.
Why didn't the American man just come into the kitchen though? Why were you saved from them in the kitchen?
The others were out there in a sort of protective barricade. So they were happily playing away in the living room. I didn't think they needed to. I didn't think there was much odds of them wandering into the kitchen and finding me.
Okay, we'll begin wrapping up proceedings. I'll give you another 10-15 seconds in the audience to cast your vote after the cross-examination of Mr. Clive. If you want to cast a vote, if you haven't done so already, I'll give you another 10 seconds to get your votes in, and then we will go to Clive. While we're thinking about that, Jack, Samson, David, Innes, what do you think?
Let's go down the line, Jack.
I can't imagine it being. I can't imagine it being a necessary thing to hide from a mariachi band.
Okay, Samson.
I'm going to say lie.
Yeah, it doesn't ring true for me either. I'm going to say lie as well.
Okay, Innes.
I'm quite convinced by it. I'm a trumpet player myself, and if you have 3 or 4 of them blaring at you, that could be quite a unpleasant experience in close quarters. I can just about believe it.
I mean, trumpet players are the worst, aren't they? Really?
Yes, I'm allowed to say
it. You just want to avoid them naturally. Well, I'm tending to say yes. So on speakers casting vote, we're going to say yes, please.
You're gonna say it's true.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go over to there. And Clive, can you tell us, was it the truth or was it a lie?
I didn't even get to tell the bit where a private fireworks show nearly killed us. It's true.
It is true, yes. Clive did once spend an hour hiding from a mariachi band in his kitchen. 74% of our audience also believed that was true. Only 25% thought it was a lie. So, good overruling from David. That is a point to David's team. The way I'm going to score this is that if you manage to fool your opponents, then you get a point. If your opponents guess it, then the opponents get a point. So that is 1 point to David's team. Very nice indeed, and well done, audience, on getting that one as well. Let's move on to our next player. Innes. Okay. And there you go.
Okay. Joe Lycett once bought me donuts.
Ash's team.
What flavor?
A whole variety of flavor. A very generous man. It was a box, and it had just a selection of flavors in it.
How many donuts?
It must have been about 12. They were in some sort of a rectangle.
Why did he buy you donuts?
This was at a charity sort of comedy event back in a while ago. It must have been about 2013 or 14, where essentially at its core it was a comedy marathon, but they had other people there as part of it doing different things. I used to be rather tragically a dedicated countdown player, and I used to spend most of my free time doing that. So they had 2 of us there doing a sort of countdown marathon game as well. And essentially, yeah, it went on for a very long time, and we were there in different bits. And at one point in the evening, Joe Lycett happened to also be there and came over with a big tray of donuts.
So sorry, no, you go, Clive. You go.
Is Joe Lycett a big Countdown fan? Did you talk about it with him or anything?
I understand that he probably is, because I know he has been on the 8 out of 10 cast ones. I didn't really speak too much, because the truth is I didn't actually know who he was at the time. I didn't appreciate what the situation was. It was a bit awkward. Like I kind of assumed he was sort of the building staff or something like that. and it was only really like sort of after that, when people started saying, "Oh, that was just Joe Lycett," and then it was only years. I mean, because I don't think he was quite as big now. He's not quite the household name he is now. So years and later, like, he really hit the big time. I mean, you hear about him all the time now. And like, oh wow, okay. I probably should have been slightly more appreciative in that situation than I was, but too late now.
How old did you say you were again?
It would have been about 2013. I would have been about 22, I would say.
Oh, I thought you said you were 13, 14. Oh, the year was 13, 14.
Yes, the year 2013 or 14. I was going to say,
this doesn't feel like it's quite stacking up, because I think you're probably about Joe Lycett's age, similarly, maybe a couple of years older, maybe. So just talk it through. You were in the club, and Joe Lycett appears, similar age to you, and he says, "Oh, I like Countdown as well. Let me buy you some donuts."
He was very supportive of what we were doing, and seems a very unassuming sort of guy. And as I didn't tend to think of, I wouldn't have guessed that he was himself a celebrity at the time. And yeah, he seemed really taken by what we were doing, and he wanted to. Obviously, we were. It was a very long game, and he thought, he obviously just felt it was, a way to, give us a bit of a pick me up, is just bring us a tray of donuts that he must have got from somewhere, and it just seemed like a genuine act of kindness. And
with Ben's description of you being in the club, I've now got the mental image of you just raving it up with a box of donuts in your hand.
I'm happy to let you keep that image.
Ash's team, any further questions?
I've got nothing else.
Well, I will start to think about tidying out the audience. I want to know from Ash's team, do you think it's true? Do you think that Joe Lycett once bought donuts for Innes, or is it a lie?
Let's go down the line as well. Zeus?
No, I think it's a lie.
Oh, okay. Clive?
He told it well, but I just don't believe it.
Claire?
I think that it's totally possible, so I'm going to say it's true.
Ash, decision falling to you. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, because Joe Lycett is, he's a real boss, Hugo boss, but,
Very good, very
in his nature he could do that, but yeah, the story is like, it's really well constructed, and I don't know. I'm gonna go lie.
You're gonna go lie, so you're gonna go with the majority of the team, and you're going to say you think it's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, Innes. They think it's a lie. Can you tell us, was it true or was it a lie?
Well, I'm glad you think the story is well constructed, but the fact is it wasn't constructed at all. It's true.
Yes, it was true. Yes, Joe Lycett once bought donuts for Innes, and that is 2 points to David's team, managing to fool Ash's team there. Only 45% of the audience thinking that story was true, 54%, and apparently 1% is other, which wasn't an option, but there it is. Yes, 2 points to David's team now. Very well convinced there, Innes. You told it so well, they didn't believe you. It's the nature of the game, I suppose.
Not sure what to take of that, but okay.
Let's go on to our next player. Claire. Let me grab you there. There you are. And paste and boosh. And Claire.
Okay. All of the doors in my house are different colours.
David's team.
Have you got many doors in the house?
Like, at least 7?
I think we're going to have to run through them, aren't we? Bathroom.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. No.
That's very convenient.
And is this happened by accident, or is it something you planned?
This was a deliberate decision that was made.
And is there sort of like any logic to it? Like, is bathroom blue and toilet brown?
That would have been a bit more. Well, okay, so I've got a shower room, and that's light blue. I've got toilets, which is orange, which I don't know if that counts. Maybe there's an issue there. and my living room is red.
Getting out the paint after this, so redo them.
So we're up to 3, Claire. I thought there were 7.
Yeah,
we've got 3 so far.
All right. So my bedroom's purple. Another room is green. Another room is blue. And there's also a cupboard with a green door, and another cupboard with one side is blue and the other side is yellow.
But I thought
Is this so that you could? Is this so you can sort of basically make the doors disappear?
Sorry, to make the doors disappear.
Well, like if you've painted the actual walls like yellow, you sort of go, oh well, I might as well paint the door yellow, so it makes it look like the door disappears.
No, it's more of a stark contrast to the white walls.
Ooh.
Does this is this just specifically something you do with doors, or is your house decor in general psychedelic and trippy?
Well, I mean, my backsplash in my kitchen is lots of different colours as well.
Your what? In your what?
Okay.
The backsplash, so the tiles in the kitchen.
Is that what that's called?
Is that I didn't know that was a thing. Backsplash. It sounded like
flashback. Flashback.
I know what a flashback is.
Did you paint the doors yourself, or is this sort of, because I'm imagining you explaining this plan to somebody who's come to paint your doors.
No, fortunately, they were nice and light, so I could take them off myself and with my mum's help in the garden do them.
Okay. Last couple of questions then from this side.
Just to hold on the other point. I mean, like, is there some kind of superstition behind it? I mean, do you feel that this actually helps you in some way in finding right, or is it just aesthetic, or what motivates you to go to what must be quite a lot of trouble to do this?
I think it's just me wanting to have lots of nice colours around me. And just, I like bright things.
Okay, so a few seconds in the audience to cast your votes if you haven't done so already. David's team, what do you think? Do you think Claire is telling the truth, that all the doors in her house are different colours, or do you think it's a lie?
Let's go in the other direction this time. Innes?
I'm inclined to say it's true. I mean, I don't fully understand the reasoning to do it, but if that's how you want your house to be, I mean, yeah, that's the kind of thing people might do. I could believe it. Yeah.
Okay, Samster.
Apparently, I'm disagreeing with Inca all night because it's feasible, but I don't think Claire would do that.
Jack.
I could believe that she's painted her doors, but it's the lack of design. To me, it should be that each room, each door corresponds to a specific room, or there's an underlying philosophy behind it, and there isn't. So I think it's a lie.
Well, whether it's true or false, we're now going to forever know Claire as the person with the orange toilet door. I think that the colours kind of match quite well in most cases. So again, I'm going to slightly overrule my team and say it's true.
You're going to go with true. I just want to add this comment from DVD Smith, who says, I wish I had a house big enough to forget what rooms I have in it. So you're going to go with true. Okay. Claire, they think it's true. Can you tell us, do you or do you not have a different coloured door for every door in your house? Was it true or was it a lie?
I'm afraid it's true.
Yes, it's true. All the doors in Claire's house are different colours, and she sent me was it an Instagram that you sent me, or a TikTok?
I did, yeah.
It was an Instagram. Instantgram, yes. Instantgram that you sent me earlier on to prove this. It wasn't a TikTok,
no.
It wasn't a TikTok. You're not on the TikToks. Is that how you're supposed to say it? TikToks? I don't know. Only 33% of the audience believed you there, Claire. So you're doing a very good job of not appearing truthful with the truth. But that is 3 points now to David's team, which is nice to see. Let's go to our next player. Samster. Here is your statement.
Okay, so I once performed a rap song in front of over 200 people.
Ash's team.
Oh my god, what was the song?
It was my own creation, actually. It was called Dan Brown Socks.
Can you perform some of it now, please?
Spit some bars.
Do I have to?
I'll give you a bit of backing. I'll give you a bit of backing.
Better or worse.
You won't hear it in the Discord, I don't think. But I am
great, so I'm
backing
like
for you
in
now.
tune. That's brilliant. And I will preface it by saying I have no musical ability. It was all intended to be sort of comical, but I don't think any of the right, I should explain. This was at sixth form. I don't think any of the parents were aware that it was meant to be comedic, and it came off just very awkward. It went a bit something like, I was walking down the street wearing my brown socks, wearing my brown socks, wearing my brown socks. When a guy came up to me and asked, how's your socks? I said, spiffing fool. My name is Dan da da dan da dan da dan. Brown socks. And that's as much as I'm going to give you.
Masterful, Samster.
I can't even remember where the brown socks came from. I think someone just had brown socks, and then from there, it just became a joke, and then, it spiraled.
Okay, so...
I feel like it was just everyone dumbstruck.
So you were performing this in front of 200 people, but what was the occasion?
No, so okay. So
Why?
it was sort of like a school concert, and we were coerced by the sixth form music teacher. So, and they were like, "Oh, this will be really fun. Like, you should do this." And we were like, "We don't really want to." Basically, got our arms twisted, and as I said, I don't think anyone there got it was meant to be satire, and it was just a lot of awkward faces and slow clapping at the end.
I once did a sixth form show. I did a sketch by Jasper Carrot, but then I played a piece by Mozart or Beethoven or something afterwards. This was the sixth form show I went to. There was no.
We're doing my story now, Ben.
There was no rapping. I just wonder where you went to school. That there was rapping. That was all. I'm sorry. I would defer to the pal.
I'm just joking.
I'm gonna turn my chair right now.
You had entirely free reign. Oh, you go.
Sorry, I just set my Google Home off somehow. I'm going to turn that off. Bear with me. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm playing actual rap, which is incredible.
Was it my
sorry,
brown
what was
socks?
the question? This is a train wreck. Sorry, question. Yes.
So you had entirely free reign to perform anything at this.
Oh no,
this
she had
event.
heard the song and she was like, "That's really funny," even though it wasn't. I knew it wasn't at the time, but she thought it was funny. I think it's because she knew us as these like quite nerdy people. There's three of us, I should say, three of us. We're quite nerdy, and she's like, "Oh, that's really fun. Like you're coming out of your shells and all this, so you should do it." And then
Oh, did one of them like beatbox then, and then you? Were doing
so we had a guy on drums, and then there was the two of us like rapping. So he got away with it. Really, he didn't have to actually do any of the singing. So he just had like a little beat going on the drums.
Did you wear a costume or anything for this?
I think if you count wearing brown socks as a costume, then yeah.
I'd count that. Okay, a few seconds for the audience to make their mind up if they've not cast their votes already. Also, I've just minimised Discord. Hello to Katie Ray and Tipster. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the banter. Ash's team, do you think that Samster has a hitherto undiscovered talent as a rap artist, specialising
talent. I don't know about talent, but yeah.
Specialising in the area of brown socks. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds like you need to be part of the Brett Domino trio at this point. Clive, what do you think?
I couldn't tell you why, but I just believe it.
Claire?
Yeah, even though the lyrics were questionable, I'm slightly convinced by him.
Zeus?
In my heart of hearts, I want this to be true, but I think I genuinely think this is a lie. I'll be so sad.
Oh, actually, are you disagreeing with the majority again? Is that what that size is?
No. I so want it to be true as well. Let's go with true.
All right, you're going to go with the majority. Samster, they think it's true. Can you tell us, did you once perform a rap in front of 200 people? Was it true or was it a lie?
I can reveal, I don't know who'd actually believe it, that it is true, yes.
Yes, it's true. Clive once rapped in front of 200 people, and he can now add Clive, sorry, Samson. I don't even know what's going on. Samson did want to rap in front of 200 people, and he can now make it 276 because he's just done it again.
Oh, God. That's on the internet forever now.
And it's on the internet forever.
Yeah.
And clip.
Clip and highlight and upload.
That's my Twitch career over.
So
Put your SoundCloud in chat.
Ash's team managing to eke a point back there. 68% of the audience also believed that this was true. So well done if you believed Samson's story of rapping. And Samson, we look forward to the reprisal in due course. Let's go on to our next player. Zeus.
Okay. I once travelled over 6 hours for a single donut.
David's team.
Is it one of Joe Lycett's?
Tonight, isn't it?
I can confirm I did not get this from Joe Lissette or Innes.
What's so special about this donut?
So this donut was made by my ex-partner's mother.
Okay, was he an ex-partner at the time?
No, he was my boyfriend at the time.
And you specifically travelled to get the donut rather than to see him?
That is what prompted my visit originally, yes, the donut.
Did you go from Derby to Croydon?
For the audience at home, by the way, that is a callback to the technical rehearsal with a made-up thing from before.
No, it was from London to Newcastle, or South Shields specifically.
Well done, you answered the question that was going to come next.
Yeah.
That's a long long way.
Was he aware that was your intention? Like, did you just come in, shut him to the side, and say, "Here, Mum, can I have some donuts?"
Honestly, to this day, I don't actually know if he thinks that it was to visit him or to get the donut. But essentially, he'd gone up to Newcastle to see his family, and he was up there for like a week and a half. And he was texting me saying, "Oh, my mum's made homemade donuts." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds good." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I wish you could be up here and try one." And I was like, "It's a Sunday morning. Screw it. I'm just gonna get on the train." So I got like the first train I could up to Newcastle. And genuinely, this was the first time I actually met his parents as well. And I walked in the door, I was like, "Hi, I heard you made donuts." And they were like, "Who are you?"
and then she said, "What? My son is gay?"
How long was the relationship going on? Like, how far into the relationship was this?
At the time, we'd been dating for 9 months.
Okay.
9 months, and you hadn't met his parents after 9 months.
Yeah, they'd not come down to London, and I'd not been up to the north.
Oh, I suppose long distance. Yeah, that makes a certain amount of sense.
Were there sprinkles?
There were not sprinkles. No, they were jam-filled donuts.
Oh, wow.
What's the donut?
Sorry, Inca.
Did you feel the donut was worth it? I mean, did you feel this was a bit of a silly exercise afterwards, or was it totally worth it?
I mean,
So
we're deferring to the donut expert here, it has to be said. Pick your words carefully.
Well, I didn't try the donut until I was actually back home, and I never told him or his mum this, but I think she burnt it somehow.
Oh.
Yeah. I said it was great. I texted her, I was like, "Tell your mum, yeah, it was delicious."
You liar.
I lied, yeah.
So you didn't eat it there, you took it back with you, like, let it cook. You let it coagulate in the box.
Yeah, well, I was only there for it. It was not in a box. He didn't, like, pack it up for me nicely. I put it in some cling film, put it in my bag, and then took it home. I was only there for an hour.
So a 6 hour trip? Well, 3 hour trip.
Yeah, 3 hours each way.
For an hour. Right, okay.
From London to South Shields, what were you on, Concorde?
That's very fast.
No, it's like a 3 hour train from London to Newcastle Station, and I think it was like a 20-minute ride from because he drove me from the station to South Shields.
Okay, yeah, well, that's fair.
Well, so he didn't just show up unannounced. He knew you were coming then.
Yes, yeah, I did text him being like, "I'm on the train," or "I'm getting on the train."
How much did this entire operation cost?
I think the return was about 75 quid.
That must be the world's most expensive donut.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unless there's any more cross-examination to come, I'll give the audience a few seconds to get their answers in. David's team, what do you think? Do you think that Zeus once travelled over 6 hours for a single donut? Is it true or is it a lie? What do you think?
I'm going to go random. Samster.
Now, surely would you a lie, but I mean, I've been terrible at picking all night so far, so don't listen to me.
What does that mean? It's like gambler's fallacy.
All right, listen to me. I say lie.
Okay, Jack.
I can't believe it. He'd never met it before. He didn't know what the donuts were like, and that he'd done that route. It's just not possible.
Okay, Inca.
Yeah, I sort of feel the same. I mean, feel like especially meeting their parents for the first time, that's going to be quite a big deal. Like, surely you wouldn't do that so flippantly, but who knows? I would say
Clive.
lie.
Hi.
What do you think?
I think it's probably true.
Yeah.
What's happening here? The barriers are breaking down between the two teams. It's just
Very
every man for himself.
persuasive.
You want to tell us what you think?
I don't know. I think it's a bit of a gambler's fallacy to say, would you a lie? Because it's just the computer deciding.
It's all RNG, it's 50-50 on every time.
All right, well, I'm going to go with the team, but I would have said true. I think there's a lot of detail in that story, but we're going to say lie as a team.
You're going to say lie as a team. Okay, Zeus, can you tell us, did you once travel 6 hours for a single donut? Is it true or is it a lie?
I can reveal that it was a lie.
Well done.
Yes, it was a lie. Zeus didn't travel. If you go London to Newcastle in 3 hours, are you joking?
I did have an ex
to Birmingham.
I did have an ex who was from Newcastle, but I never actually met his parents, so I don't know how long the trip was.
On a fast train in the morning, it is about right.
Really?
More importantly, you don't know how good their donuts are.
Well, there's a lot of detail there, but I'm afraid you weren't believed, Zeus, either by the panel or by the audience at large. 61% of the audience didn't believe you, and that's another point to David's team. Let's go on to our next player. Jack.
Oh no. I was almost arrested at the Great Pyramids of Giza because I kept making a noise that spooked the camels.
Make the noise. Come on, make the
Ash's
noise.
team.
Make the noise.
So I was 14 at the time, and for some reason, high school, we just made these weird sounds in class, and one of them was like the sound you make when you sort of like stop or sort of like screech, screech, screech. And we went to the Great Pyramids of Giza. I don't know if you've ever been, but it's absolutely terrible. You pay like £100, you go into it, and it's just a dark corridor. And you come out. I was bored. I love ancient Egypt, and I was just in the background going screech, screech. we came out, and there was this man with his 2 camels, and people were riding it. And I'm just looking at these camels, and I go screech, screech. And the camels lose it. They immediately sent off the people. This man's trying to get it, and there's a lot of shouting in Arabic. A policeman comes over, which is absolutely terrifying. I'd already had problems in Egypt because sort of everyone at the hotel was white, and sort of I got looks like, are you supposed to be here? So he's shouting at me in Arabic. My dad's trying to understand because he only speaks Farsi, and I don't know what happened how I got out of this situation, but it was absolutely terrifying, and I never made the sound again before now.
What are we thinking over on Ash's team? Any follow-up questions?
How old were you again? Sorry.
13, 14.
Okay.
And this was a family trip or a school trip, did you say?
Yeah, it was a family trip. We were in I can't remember what it's called, Sharm el Sheikh or Hurghada, something like that. And we went to Cairo for the day.
Well, it's a very thorough account, and I enjoy the noise very much. What do Ash's team? Last few seconds in the audience to cast your votes. Ash's team, what do you think, panel?
Claire, what do you think?
I'm not sure that noise is scary enough to scare a camel, like to spook a camel. So I'm going to say I think it's a lie.
Clive?
It was very well rehearsed, wasn't it? And Camels are like notoriously stubborn bastards. You'd think they'd take a little bit more than a 14-year-old going scree scree to get them going. I think it's a lie.
Zeus?
I think that noise would have the camels cowering in the kitchen with Clive next to the geese. I'm not
Mariachi band.
Okay.
What's the decision going to be? Is it true or is it a lie?
I'm going to say lie.
Okay, Jack, they think it's a lie. Can you tell us, did you once nearly get arrested in Egypt for making a noise that scared the camels? Was it true or was it a lie?
That story came out very quickly. There's a lot of pent-up trauma, but which is kind of strange because the story is a lie.
Get it!
Yes, it is a lie. Though there's some very fine details in that story. Pretty close in the audience poll. 40% of the audience believed that story. 60% did not believe it. And as it happens, we've left the two team captains to the end. That is just RNG doing its thing. I genuinely didn't program it like that. So, for our final two panelistas right here, let's go to Ash the Bash.
Okie dokie. Let's see what we've got for you here. I have played in a band with Rico Rodriguez.
David's team.
Are we supposed to be impressed by that?
How?
Don't know.
Who is that?
So this is Rico, trombone player, usually plays with, or did play with the Specials and also Jules Holland's orchestra.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Were you sort of playing with one of those bands you just mentioned? I mean, what was the context as to why you were playing with him?
So this was at a live music gig in Sheffield around 2013. I was in a ska band, Jungle Lion. I mentioned it multiple times before, and he was one of the Depp brass players on for another ska band, and they invited a couple of us from Jungle Lion's brass band to join in on one of the songs because we played a lot of the same stuff that they do. So that's how I got to play on stage with Rico.
What was the event?
It was a live music festival over a weekend over in the summer.
Did you get much of a chance to talk to him? And or was it just very much he was just on there, play the concert, and then he's gone?
It was very much he was there and then gone very quickly. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to have a chat with him.
Did you get a photo or a signature?
Unfortunately, not. No.
As has been discussed, Samster, he was there and then he was gone very quickly. I think I feel that was covered under the previous allegation.
You can get a photo in a quick time. Just that thought didn't cross my mind at the time, unfortunately.
This was 2013. Did everyone have smartphones back then, or was it one of the wind-on cameras? Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there were smartphones around that time. Yeah.
I suppose I probably did as well. Come to think about it. No, never mind. As you were. Okay, a few minutes in the audience to make up your minds, unless there's any further cross-examination to come. David's team, what do you think? Do you think that Ash could have played with Rico Rodriguez, or do you think it's a lie? What do you think?
What do we think, Jack?
It's impressive, but I mean, if he'd said that he was on stage doing Dan Brown socks with Samster, I wouldn't believe it. I think it's true. I think Ash is, up and coming.
All right, Samster.
I think it's like too believable, if that makes sense. So I'm going to say it's the lie.
Inca?
I find it just about the right level of believable. I think if he was going to make a lie up about this along these lines, he would have. Not to say Rico Rodriguez is not is clearly a very distinguished musician in those circles, but the fact that we didn't immediately know who it was kind of says a lot. I think if he was going to make a lie out of this, he'd have shot higher than that.
Miles Davis.
Yes, but
who died in
1991.
That would have made our task easier if
he was a very talented trumpeter.
Yes.
I am 110% with Inca. I would have said he would have stretch the truth to something like Wynton Marsalis or something. If it was a lie. So I think we should go with true, please.
Okay, let's close the voting for the audience. Ash, can you tell us? They think it's true. Did you play in a band with Rico Rodriguez? Was it true or was it a lie?
I can reveal it was a lie.
Oh. It was a lie, yes. Ash never played with Rico Rodriguez, and he has convinced you otherwise. 90% of the audience, Vass. 90% of the audience believed you. 9%
Didn't convince me.
did not. So, very convincing liar there, Ash. I don't know what we're to make of that, but yes, you've foxed David's team, and you've foxed the vast majority of the audience. So very well done. That's another point to you, up to 3 points. And our final contestant of the evening, David J. Bodycombe.
Shock horror.
Did I sound surprised?
No, Sam's good though.
Okay. Due to a jacket I was wearing, I am permanently banned from a casino in Macau.
Ash's team.
What was particularly special about the jacket?
Well, therein lies a tale. I boasted to my wife that I would wear something bright next time I saw her, and so I sort of went very literal with it. I managed to find this. This was sort of, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago when we just got married. I managed to find. So what I'm saying is that this is the days before all this fancy tech you get these days in clothes. I found this jacket that had sort of like a series of sort of LEDs sewn into the arms of the jacket, and then the wires would go down and have like sort of battery packs at the back. And so when you turned it on, like your jacket would sort of like sparkle and as if with all these LEDs going on. So it's going to be like a sort of like a visual joke of like, haha, look at the bright jacket I've worn. Unfortunately, I didn't. I hate gambling, but I did cash in 10 chips. I can't remember what the currency would be in Macau. I think they actually, although it's Chinese country, I think they just used dollars anyway. So I played 10 hands of blackjack. I did terribly. I think I only played 12 hands, and I managed to lose it all very, very fast. And I went, okay, I'm done. I've I've had the experience of playing it, but I would never do it again. I don't recommend it to anybody. Anyway, as I was leaving, the pit boss sort of saw this wire sort of dangling down the inside of my cuffs, because I didn't have the lights turned on at this point, and they when I left, I just somebody just tapped me on the shoulder and say, "I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid you're not allowed to come back in anymore." And I said, "No, look, it's fine." I turned on the lights, and they said, "Well, sorry, it's like wasn't my decision." Because they think you're wearing a wire, or there's just something not right about you. Sorry. Anyway, we were going anyway, and I've never been back to Macau since, because it was just a honeymoon trip. But there we go.
Well, a full comprehensive account there. Any follow-up questions from the prosecution?
What size batteries did the wire and the lights make? How big a battery pack were you wearing?
They were pretty substantial. I think there was two, or was it? I don't think it was 4 Cs. I think it was 2 Cs in the left and the right hand side. So it's like I didn't look like a hunchback, but I definitely looked like I was packing extra heat in the back of my back. Yeah, it was. It didn't look particularly natural, but I wasn't planning to wear it for more than an hour.
The C's, does that stand for what car? Were they like car batteries?
Well, the D's are the really fat ones you have to use in remote control.
Oh yeah.
Toys, so C's are tiny little bit smaller than that.
What year was this? I forgot.
It was about 13 years ago when I got married to my wife. So it was be 2009. 2008 we got married because the 8 was lucky for us. It's lucky in Asian culture.
It seems very, very believable that David would forget the date of his wedding. Okay, Ash's team. Last few seconds for the audience to cast your votes. What do you think? Do you think David's been banned from a casino in Macau, or is he telling a lie? What do you think?
Zeus, what do you think?
I'm trying to pick up on the thing where he said he didn't know what the currency of Macau was, and while I don't know what the currency is, I'm wondering if he tried to say something wrong to throw us off, to make us think it's a lie. So by that logic, I'm going to go true.
Yeah, that certainly sticked out at me as well. Clive?
He offered a lot of information freely. Kind of think it's a lie.
Claire?
In my own personal experience with clothing that had LEDs in it, I've managed to power them. Power 2 sides of a jacket with 3 AA's each side. So I'm wondering if technology's not moved on in LEDs. I don't know. I think it might be a lie, is what I'm summarising as.
All right, Ash's team. What are you going to go with? Do you think it's true, or do you think it's a lie?
Oh, it's a difficult one. Let's go with lie. Go on.
All right, you think it's a lie. David, they think it's a lie. Can you tell us, are you permanently banned from a casino in Macau? Were you telling the truth, David, or was it a lie?
I can tell you it was a lie.
Yes, it was a lie. David was not banned from a casino in Macau for wearing a light-up jacket, but I have to say, very close vote in the audience. Oh, you've split the room like Brexit.
That's a cursed ratio.
52-48. What a lovely way to end. So, I can say that at the end of the game, there's the buzzer for the end of the game. At the end of the game, Ash's team have 4 and David's team have 4. Hooray!
Everyone's a non-winner.
Everyone is a non-winner. Good game all. That was delightful. And as it happened, we had 4 truths followed by 4 lies. So it split it perfectly 50-50, even if it was a bit weighted one way and then the other. But that's how RNG does its thing. 4 points apiece, so congratulations and commiserations to both teams. Can I just say a massive thank you to all 8 of our panellists for joining us for this very special edition of Would I Lie to You? To Zeus, Clive, Claire, to Jack, Samster, Innes, and our team captains Ash and David. Thank you all. It's been splendid having you here. We've had a lovely chat, and I hope you've enjoyed that in the audience at home. Do stick around, because after the break, we are going to be playing Moneybox, a chance for you to win some life-changing pennies. Do stay right there, because we'll be right back. Until next time, which is in about 5 minutes' time, I've been Royal Flush. Thank you very much, and good night. Press the button. And thank you again to our panellists, and the audience are going nuts, which is really fun. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed that extra special treat as part of this charity stream. A reminder that the charity link is still open, so you can go to donate right there, and a bit more information about the charity right there. Do stay there, because after the break, we are going to be playing Moneybox with a pack by Apodo Nuevo. Looking forward to this. So you need to have a microphone if you want to come and play in the hot seat, and I need 2 of you to do it. Chance to win life-changing amounts of pennies. It's been a while since we played Moneybox, actually. I need to figure out if I can still remember how it works, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Stay right there, because we will be right back. I forget how much of a bot this is. Welcome to Moneybox. Oh, where's the camera gone? Where's the chairman gone? There we are. Type your name in if you want to come and play. RWYX. Don't type your name in because that won't do anything. RWYX if you want to come and play. You do need a microphone if you want to be in the hot seat of the game. There's room for 2 players in the hot seat. Exclamation mark exclude if you just want to take part in the lobby game. There's still a little bit of a bug in the giving out pennies part of this game, so you might get a windfall of pennies more than you're supposed to. I just ran out of time to fix it, so apologies for that. But do type in the code if you want to come play. Exclamation mark exclude if you don't want to play in the hot seat game. Welcome as well to DKW Duft, Undeniably Alex, SW Yellowtail, Multiclass Geek, and Colonel Hans Lander. Great to have you all here. Hope you're keeping well. Sorry, I wasn't checking in on the app while we were doing. I needed the full screen for Discord for that. May do again for this next game, but do pop your ways in. It's Mork and Akdar and M. Clemson, and with that, it's Mork. You are the 100th shatter of the stream, and whoa, noise and sound, all the noise. It's Matt the Ref gifting out 10 subs there. Matt, thank you very much for the generosity. All the sounds. Joe, welcome to the stream as well. I hope work was good. Was it work you're at? I'm not sure, but welcome to the stream. Matt with the 10 subs. Going out to HUDs, Hey Dev, Theory of Game, Malobnik, Marky V, Binary, It's Sportsy, Venum Veritas, Sorota, and Anosep. Welcome to the fan. Matt, thank you very much for your generosity there. That's 10 subs. That's another £25 that is going on to the total going to Fetch a Dog. Thank you so much indeed for your support and your generosity. And some donations. We've got another £5 from Zeus of the 7 PM piano tax. This is sort of in C-ish. Something like that. That wasn't right. But thank you very much for the £5 and the 7 PM piano tech. Not quite sure what that one was, but it qualified. Exo Alto with £5 donation there. It's the second half. Keep up the good work, Ben. Thank you very much, Exo Alto, for the support and the kind words. Alex R's Magic Disco Bus, live from Nottinghamshire, has donated £13.40. I got to see that number rounded. May have missed it because I think we've had some more coming from then. Lolcon donating £10 there. Thank you very much, Laura, for the generosity. Dan Brown has turned up to donate £5 as well. Has anybody seen my socks? Apparently some sixth former is claiming they're his. Dan Brown, thank you very much for the £5 donation. And Apodo Nuevo with a £25 donation for the Pupper is the message. Thank you for the generosity there, Apodo. And this is Apodo's question pack we're going to be playing here in Moneybox. And finally, the latest donation, Katie Raymond Oak with a donation of £15. Thank you very much. A couple of those we might be seeing a little bit later on in the evening. But for now, we have got Moneybox to get through. Last chance to come and join the lobby. 2 players will be called into chat, and then all the rules will be explained. I'm not sure I can remember them myself. It's been a while since we played this game. It's undergone some changes, but the bug is still there where you might accidentally get far too many pennies, but it's all for charity and for a good cause, so I'm kind of okay with that. So I'm still in the studio, which is why my avatar is still there. We'll see in a minute if that's going to get in the way of the game. I don't know if it will or not. We'll find out shortly. A few more seconds to come join this lobby and then the game will begin. We will pick our players. I need to go to, I need to unmute Discord and I need to go to the Moneybox profile. There it is. That's the end of the sting. That seems like a good a time as any. So make sure you've got a microphone if you haven't excluded. And let's pick some players to play Moneybox. Aha! We've got Matt the Ref and DVD Smith. Welcome to the game. If you two would like to make your way down towards the green room, we will get your sound tested and then into the broadcast studio where you'll be able to see the game in real time and we'll all be able to hear you as well. Colo is there to do some sound testing with you. Colo, when they're all good, if you could just pop them into the broadcast studio, that would be amazing. So this is Moneybox, your chance to win a life-changing amount of pennies. All the rules will be explained. It's generally quite simple until it gets to the final and then it gets a bit more complicated. You're waiting to get accepted into Discord. Are you really? If you've joined, let me see if I can fast track that. Ah, there we go. If you click the accept button, it should give you the roles, but maybe not. Let's give you member and streams, which are the default ones. So DVD Smith, you should now be in the Discord. You should now be able to come and join the green room where you'll meet Colo. And Matt as well. Do 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 two love having a marital argument. They do a bit, don't they? They do a bit, Zeus. It has to be said. It can't be denied. Having a bit of a bunny. I see DVD Smith in the green room, just getting them sound tested, and then we'll bring them into the broadcast studio. I'm hoping Cola's going to just pop them in for me. That would be grand. We haven't had any pennies for a while. Let me give you all some pennies while we're rating some Moneybox pennies. Moneybox. Moneybox 81 is the code. If you want to get 10 pennies, do type in the code. And 10 pennies will go your way. All will be well. Aha! Matt the Ref, DVD Smith, good evening to you both.
Evening, Ben.
Hello, how you doing?
Very well, lovely to have you both here. Thank you very much for joining me, and RNG has favoured you. First of all, Matt the Ref, can I just say thank you very much for that very generous sub-bomb that you did just before the stream began. There are 10 players coming into, or 10 members coming into the family, and all of that going to charity as well, so thank you very much for your generosity there. How have you been keeping today, Max? I saw you this morning, and then were you off? Gal, were you refereeing this afternoon, or?
No, I just went for a walk, stretched legs a bit, and just sorted some other bits and pieces out, and then just literally come back in about 10-15 minutes ago. And someone was saying in the chat that sub-bomb seems to have manifested itself.
It seems to have manifested itself a little bit. Well, it's good karma right there, sort of paying forward, and you're into the game. So, have you seen Moneybox before?
I haven't seen this one, no. So I'm intrigued as to how it works.
New experience. All will be explained. Welcome to the game, Matt. Great to have you here. And DVD, I've been calling you DVD all day because you've been here since 11 o'clock. Is it Dave, or am I making that up?
It's David, yeah.
David.
I'm not a Dave, I'm a David.
Not a Dave.
Hello.
Sorry, David. Hello, lovely to chat with you. How are you keeping? Because you've been here for the long haul. You've been here since before I was, I think.
Yeah, no, I've had a free day. I had my weekend plans fell through, so I've just had a day of sort of lazing around, watching tennis, eating pizza, and playing quizzes, and it's been fantastic.
That sounds like an ideal day. I'm not going to lie. Thank you very much for joining us for the day. It's lovely to have you here in the community, and welcome to Moneybox. So. First thing I will make absolutely clear is that this is a team game. Oh, and there's another noise. Claire gifting out a sub to DVD Smith. So you won't get to see any more ads for the next month, DVD Smith, David.
David. Thank you, Claire. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Claire, for your generosity. Another £2.50 going on to the total. We're up to 820 now. 820 going to Fetch Dog, which is fabulous. So the first thing I'll make clear, for you guys in the lobby, this is a team game, okay? You're not opponents all the way through, including in the final, which is a bit weird. It is a team game, so you're working together to get the best result you can. In the lobby, you'll see what's going on in there as well. You get points for answering, but the points are varied, and for the lobby, the points are randomly assigned, and for the players in the hot seat, they might as well be randomly assigned. It's sort of like Golden Balls is the best way I could describe it. Golden Balls quiz, but without the terrible split or steal mechanic, and I'm not going to say the thing about which we can never ever speak because score count will get terribly cross. I think I'm going to stop whittering on and we'll explain the rules. Oh, first of all, we'll bring on some categories. Checkers, Risk, and Operation are the first three categories. You've then got Connect 4, Uno, and Bridge under D, E, and F. Ticket to Ride, Seven Wonders, and Forbidden Island are your next three. And your final categories, Race for the Galaxy, Azul, and Wingspan. Those are your categories, and those are your remaining values. I thought it explained the rules, but apparently that's left to me. So, how this works, you have got 12 categories and 12 coins to go with each of those categories. What you've got to do is pick a category and a coin to face a question on. The coins, the 12 coins, have been assigned a random value from the remaining values at the top. 8 of them are cash values, and 4 of them are killer values. Can someone explain to me what the killer values do? I think they cut your score in half. I changed the rule, and I haven't played it for so long, I genuinely can't remember. But I think they cut your score in half. So if you find a killer value and you get the question wrong, your score is cut in half. If you find a cash value and you get it wrong, you just lose that amount. If you find a killer value and get it right, there's no change. If you find a cash value and get the question right, then that is added to your total. The objective of the game is to build as many as you can. You face 8 questions, and then for the final, you will face a single question, but you won't have a choice of category. It will be picked at random from the 4 categories that you leave. So there's a level of strategy in that you need to think about which categories am I going to leave that to the end. Which categories do I definitely not want to see at the end? Because you might be better off playing those earlier on, because all of the questions are 50-50. And then the end game is a little bit different. But it's a bit of a wacky game show, but they're all 50-50 questions, and I'm sure we'll have a great time. In the audience game, you don't get to pick the category, because that's driven by the players in the hot seat, and the coin will be randomly assigned to you, but whether you get it right or wrong will affect your score, and then you get a percentage based on the amount of pennies that you accrue at the end of the game. All will become clear. I hope that's reasonably clear for you both. You ready to play?
Let's do it.
Do I need to close Twitch down? Do I need to?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. No.
Okay.
You can have it open, but you're best off watching here because it's all in real time here. You don't need to answer anything in Twitch until the final. On the final, you do need to answer in Twitch. But we'll get to that. So, without any further ado, let's bring down the game board. This is what happens when I make new games and then don't play them for 2 months. I forget how they work. So, the choice is yours, Matt and David. Would you? Which category would you like first of all?
Matt, you can pick the first one if you want.
Oh, great. Go Uno. It jumped out at me to start with, so Uno.
Okay, and again, thanks to Apodo Nuevo for this question pack. Well, Uno is the question that we're going to load, but you get a separate choice of coin. So, David, I don't know if you want to pick the coin for this one.
Let's go down the middle-ish and let's say 150.
Well, you can't pick 100. Well, I don't know where 150 is. You have to pick a letter of coin.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one.
You got the wrong one.
Yeah, okay. let's go with G then. Why not?
G. Okay, we're on G. We will load G into your money box. And I will get a readout of what the coin value is, but you won't.
I now understand the game.
You now understand the good stuff. So the question is on Uno. It's either A or B. You need to decide on an answer. And if you give me the right answer, you will get whatever value is on that coin. And if not, then it will go into the endless void and you won't get it. But if it's a killer, it will halve your score, which at the moment wouldn't be a problem because you haven't got anything accrued. Answering in the lobby, either A or B. Good luck. Here's the first question. Pizzeria Uno was founded in 1943 in which US city? Was it Chicago or was it New York City? Answering in the lobby, I can't remember if the lobby get timed out. I think they do. A1, L left, Y yellow, or B2, R right, or blue to lock in your answer lobby. Maybe you don't get timed out. Maybe you could listen to the deliberations. No, you don't. Okay, that's something I need to add. Right, Matt and David, what do you think?
Okay, well, speaking as someone who is currently full of pizza right now, Chicago is famous for its pizzas. I've had a couple of really good Chicago pizzas, so my initial thought would be Chicago.
Yeah, that would be mine for pretty much the same logic, so I'm happy to go with Chicago.
All right, A.
Chicago, let's lock A in. If you didn't get an answer in the lobby, then I'm afraid that is time up. I do need to add a timeout mechanic similar to the code, so maybe 20 seconds for the lobby game, and then discussion begins. But for now, you can base your answer on the discussion that happens. Chicago is what you've locked in. First of all, let's see, is that the right answer? Yes, it is. Very well played. You're
all right.
Mark. Let me load up my notes on this, see if we've got any trivia to give you along with this. Just give me a moment. We should have done this while I was setting up the game. Zoom out to 75%. So, Uno was the first question. Yes, while a simple recipe may have been used by another Chicago-based restaurant since the 1920s, Uno's is widely considered to be the inventor of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza. After franchising, Uno's is now headquartered in Boston. So that is the right answer. Lots of people getting the right answer, or lots of people getting a killer on the first one and getting it wrong. But that's not too much of a problem because you're already on 0. Very well done to Jack and Kolo and Silent Marine, who've got it right with a high value there as well. Let's have a look and see, what did you bring to your money box? 125, that's a good start.
All right.
Good start.
Yeah, I'd have been sad to not get that one because I'm about 70% deep dish pizza right now.
Very nice. Well, let's add that into your money box and add it to your total. 125 is where you're up to. And David, I believe yours was the next choice of category.
Okay, well, if we're picking categories now that we don't want to see later, I have no idea what Azul is, so let's go for Azul.
Okay, we'll take Azul. Matt, did you want to...
No. I was going to say, I thought Azul, I think, is Spanish for blue, so it might be something to do with different colours in Spanish or something like that. But yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with that. Yeah, azul.
I will also say at this point, for the final question, whilst you're still on a team, you are answering independently. That becomes important later on.
Right.
So, azul. So basically, you want to get left with categories that you're both kind of okay with. Azul. Okay. Let's pick azul. And Matt, choice of coin.
Heads or tails? No, not really. I'll go with D, please. D for Delta.
D. Let's load D into your money box. And let's take a look at the question. ¿Qué color mezclas con azul para hacer verde? Amarillo anaranjado.
Okay.
Gentlemen, what do we think?
Well, I was right about the Spanish thing.
About the Spanish thing.
I'm pretty sure it is asking what colour do you mix with blue, which is azul, to get green, which is verde, and it's amarillo, which is yellow.
Yes, I agree with that. I've also been to Amarillo.
Please.
You'd like to lock in Amarillo?
Yes, please.
Amarillo is locked in. First of all, is that the right answer? Certainly is. Very well played. Yes. What colour do you mix with blue to make green? Spot on translation there, Matt. Yellow and orange are the choices, and the correct answer was, of course, yellow. Lots of dark green there in the lobby. Right answers with big values found. Oni, you found the 500 and got it wrong, I'm afraid. You're going to lose 500. And some killers being found with wrong answers as well. Some killers with right answers appear in green, but if you are red with a killer, I'm afraid your score, I think, gets cut in half. Someone tell me if I'm wrong, we'll find out in a minute. As for you two, Matt and David, what did you bring to your money box? Let's have a look. 200!
Oh, not bad.
Building up still from the top row, but it is cash, not killer. Although killer on the right answer is not necessarily the end of the world, it's killers on wrong answers that we need to avoid. Let's add 200 to your total. And if someone can confirm, I think if you get a killer, I think it cuts you in half. Pretty sure. Right, moving on. We're a quarter of the way through. 6 questions to go. And Matt, it's your choice of question.
So I'm thinking in terms of leaving subjects we feel confident with until last, and getting rid of the ones that I don't feel confident with. I think race, yes, walk. Race for the galaxy. I'd like to go with on this one.
Okay,
we'll load up Race for the Galaxy, and David picks a coin.
Down the bottom, L.
L down at the bottom. Let's load that into your money box. Oh, I've seen the coin value. I see the coin value that gets loaded. Not going to say, though. Let's have a look at your question. Which aerospace company was founded earlier?
Oh, no.
Was it Blue Origin or SpaceX?
I mean,
so far.
I'm not that familiar with Blue Origin, so...
I think that was... I've got a feeling, because I think I did a question for it on Take It or Leave It.
Hashtag shameless promotion.
It's fine.
Yeah, you carry on. You're good.
I think Blue Origin was founded by Bill Gates.
Right. Okay. So.
And I don't think it's been as successful as popular other terms available as SpaceX. I'm actually tempted to go with Blue Origin.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like, if you're talking Bill Gates, it sounds like it's part of the Virgin Galactic generation. So it would be a little earlier than SpaceX. So yeah, I think Blue Origin.
So we lock
in Blue Origin, please, Ben.
Okay, Blue Origin is locked in. First of all, is that the right answer? Yes, it is. Blue Origin in 2000, SpaceX in 2002. There's an avatar I don't recognise. Someone finding the 500 and getting it right. Nicely done. A couple of killers, Innis and Pokenuts finding killers. So you'll be able to see what happens to your score with a wrong answer on a killer. Let's see. What did you guys bring to your money box? 250.
Hey.
Moving on up. Going in the right direction with a right answer. We will add that to your total. Up to 575. Someone confirm, was it cut in half? Was it cut in half? It's more because the avatar I don't recognise. I think it's cut in half. Someone will confirm in chat for me in just a moment. 3 killers in a row with RNG Pig, that generous. Oh, bad luck, Nato. Get him out of the way. Get him out of the way, and then he got a clear streak. It is half. Fantastic. Good. Other people know my games better than I do. It's always good to hear. So, David, choice of category.
We might as well clear the bottom and go wingspan. I'm guessing that's going to be some sort of nature question.
Okay, let's load wingspan in. And Matt, a coin.
And F's in the chat. F, please.
F's in the chat. Let's load in F to your money box.
Hope we're not effing after this.
Hopefully you're not effing after this. I need to put a pain button on this panel of the stream deck as well. Let's take a look at your wingspan question. Right. Which of these birds has a larger wingspan? Is it the emperor penguin or the American flamingo? And F. Heathrin. F. Heathrin, welcome to the chat. And that F in chat, very much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Gentlemen, thoughts?
Well, can we ask Tipster?
Unfortunately, that's not a lifeline on this game. We're in Tipster.
Tipster, just flail if it's your... No, I'm joking.
So, emperor penguins, I mean, they must be named because they're the largest penguins, I'm guessing. Aren't they like 4 feet tall, something like that? So, I believe
they're the largest breed, or the largest type.
Like variant?
Species. I know species is
that's the word.
Yeah. Is it species or family? Or whichever one it is.
And I've seen flamingos. I don't know if they were American flamingos. I mean, they weren't wearing a Stars and Stripes hat or anything. So they didn't have a 9mm on their waist. So I'd be tempted to go for the penguin. I know we've had 3 A's in a row, but I'd be tempted to go for the penguin.
We think the penguin has got the larger wing. Yeah, actually thinking about because the emperor penguins are pretty
I know
big.
they're flightless, but they're huge.
What do we think? What are we going to go for?
If you're not sure, we can go flamingo.
No, you were more confident with your. I'm not so much. So no, we'll go with emperor penguin on this one, please, Ben.
Sure.
Lock in.
Okay, let's lock in emperor penguin. Another A answer. Let's take a look. First of all, was it the right answer? No, going the wrong way. Flamingo, 1.5 meters. Penguin, 76 to 89 centimeters. So, quite significantly big, almost twice as big, the flamingo. They're big old bastard birds, they really are. Unfortunately, that is a wrong answer. And a few killers being found there in the lobby. Some half scores going to be found. Very well done to Blue Avatar and Arden Fex and M. Clemson and Purple Avatar, might be Halo, finding some big values there and getting a right answer. That's going to be added to your total. For you two, however, we really don't want to see a killer right now because that is going to cut your score in half. What did
Don't
you
let
bring?
it be Brandon Flowers.
What did you bring to your money box?
Oh no!
It's the second worst thing it could have been. The worst would have been a killer. I'm sorry, that warrants me loading up my stream deck and I'm sorry, just give me a moment. Give me a moment. It's just a tiny little.
What
are we playing? Moneybox. There it is. Just to make the thing with the pain. Yes, it warrants that noise. It does warrant the pain noise. It is pain. The good news is that it's not a killer, so it's not going to lower your total. But unfortunately, it is the highest value of the game. But I'm afraid it does have to go in the bin. It's Morg taking the lead with 1,000. I think Fraser and Jers both had 800. So, Matt and David, you've built up 575. You are yet to unearth any killers. There are 8 categories left. You've got to get through 4 of them, and you've got to find 4 values. Now, if you can find all cats, that would be amazing. But there is now a 50% chance that this is going to be a killer. So, you might want to be thinking about ones where you're particularly strong to ensure you don't lose any money. David, no, Matt, sorry.
It's Matt's pick now.
Matt, where would you like to go?
7 Wonders, please.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm trying to think which subjects do we want to keep at the end, and 7 wonders again. I'm not sure.
Well, now's a good moment to think about. I mean, David, what are you thinking? You would like to? What would you not mind or like to see at the end?
I mean, I'm not so sure about 7 wonders because I only know Stevie. So
very good.
Let's go 7 wonders. I feel all right. I know at least 2.5 of them.
Okay, we'll load in 7 wonders. And David, if you'd like... Sorry, Matt, I'll come back to you in a sec. David, just can you pick a coin for us?
I mean, I might as well, since I'm Scottish, I might as well say I.
I.
Hey!
Let's load I into your money box. Matt, you were just about to just say something?
I was to say the only 7 wonder I know is the pyramid, and it's not the one in Egypt.
Well, let's see.
Shameless plug.
Very good, yes. Well, the pyramid's been and gone then. Let's have a look, see what the question brings. On which of these wonders of the ancient world did construction begin first? Was it the statue of Zeus at Olympia or the Colossus of Rhodes? Answering now for the lobby game.
Wow. I was really hoping this was going to be the Great Pyramid.
That would have been funny, actually, if that had come up.
I mean, I don't really have anything to go on. I would say maybe... When was Rhodes?
Well, they're both Greek, aren't they? Not a cat. Welcome to the
Yeah.
stream.
I mean, just as tribute to the Would I Lie to You's favorite panelist, I think we'll have to go for Zeus. That's all I have to go on.
Matt, you have to go with
Zeus,
that.
it might not be Zeus after all.
Yeah. I'm 50-50, so whatever you think, Matt.
I'm 50-50 as well. So, yeah, I'll go with statue of Zeus at Olympia. Lock it in, please.
Yeah, we'll pay tribute to Zeus. Listen, we'll say Zeus.
Zeus tribute being paid to you. They are locking in the statue of Zeus at Olympia. First of all, let's find out, is that the right answer? It is.
Yes.
Good punch right there. Yes,
well done.
That one's for you, Zeus.
That's for you, Zeus. Construction of the statue of Zeus began 466 BC. Colossus of Rhodes around 292 BC. And nice to see Zeus getting the right answer as well, albeit with a killer in your box. Mork is flying here at the top of the lead of the board already, but finding the 375 and getting it right, very well played. Now, we need to find out, was it cash or was it killer that came to your box? What was in your money box?
Come on, 375. Come on, 375.
It's a killer, but that's not bad. We want to get them out of the game. It puts the odds back into your favour, and you got it right. So it's not going to affect your score. You're going to stick at 575, and we're going to take that killer out of the game. Very well played.
Okay.
It's Mork and Planet 511, 2 new names leading the top of the board at the moment. Very well played to you guys, or gals perhaps. Yellowtail currently in 3rd. 3 questions remaining now. And remember, the last one will be picked at random and you have to answer independently. David, I believe it was your choice, but do feel free to discuss it if you want to start building towards what you're leaving at the end.
Okay.
Right. I'm leaning towards operation. I'm thinking that's going to be human biology or something.
Yeah, that was my thoughts. Yeah, I mean, if you're happy to go with it now rather than later on.
My human biology isn't the best.
Yeah, ditto. So yeah, I'm happy to go with that.
If the choices are arse or elbow, then I'm stuck.
Bear in mind that at the end of the game, you won't necessarily see this question. There'll be a 1 in 4 chance if you leave the questions till the end. So just something to bear in mind.
It's thinking which questions would we not mind coming up at the end.
We'll discuss that we'll discuss that as we go into the final 2 choices. But for now, shall we load in operation?
Yes, please.
Let's load in operation.
Okay, operation is in. Matt, choice of coin, if you please.
E, please. E for Echo.
E for Echo. E by gun. Let's load it into your money box.
E by gum.
And a question on operation for you. Which surgical procedure removes the part of the body that is closer to the head than the other? Is it an adrenalectomy or is it a thymectomy? Adrenalectomy or a thymectomy?
Yuck.
Oh,
I can't help it. I know what an appendectomy is. I had one of those recently. Neither of those are options here, I'm afraid.
Where's the adrenal gland?
Wait, what? So would the thymectomy be something to do with the thyroid?
Thyroid, yeah.
Anyone thinking it wouldn't be anything to do with time, by the way.
No, nor parsley nor sage.
Although I heard Rosemary does quite a good thymectomy.
There we go.
Yeah, she's a very good surgeon, that Rosemary.
While we're all having a lovely chat and everyone's friends here, it's all very good. We have got this 50-50 decision on the table, which could potentially win you or cost you a lot of money. I'm just going to draw us back to proceedings.
All right.
Yeah, because we lose 287.5 coins if there's a killer and we get it wrong.
It rounds up as well, so it'd be 200 and whatever half of that
288.
Is. There you go. Thank you. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, chaps?
I'm going to take a 50-50 punt on adrenalectomy. I think that's how it's pronounced.
I will go with my teammate.
Okay.
Lock it in, please, Ben.
So we lock in adrenalectomy. Let's lock it in. And let's have a look and see, is it the right answer? And look at the top of the leaderboard as well. Mork and Planet and Jack as well, all finding killers and getting it wrong. I'm afraid you're going to cut your scores in half. Many rips to you and much pain to you. Yes, the thymus is located behind the sternum and the adrenal glands are located above the kidneys. So not a huge amount in it, but you did go the wrong way, unfortunately.
So one's in the body and the other one's in the body. Okay.
Basically, that's about the level of it, yeah.
That's all I've got.
Well done to Colo and Claire, who found the 500 and got it right. Nicely done to you.
Well done, guys.
But let's see, what did you two bring to your money box?
Best case, we're throwing away 100 here.
That's the best case scenario. Worst case is a lot worse. Let's have a look.
Oh God!
No!
Is that Mr. Brightside I hear in the distance?
It is Mr. Brightside.
Ouch!
You can't hear the piano, can you?
No. All we can hear is just pressing of things.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all.
I don't think we've been doing just fine, Ben.
No, you're not doing just fine at all. I really like my chill-out version of Mr. Brightside there. But she's touching his chest now. He takes off her dress now, letting me go. Oh,
why is she taking her dress off? Ask what her adrenal gland is.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll add a night to that chord. But I just can't look, it's killing me. Later on, go back and watch the VOD and you'll hear it with the piano. It probably sounds quite a bit better. Anyway, sorry, I'm prevaricating now. I'm sorry, it is a killer. It is going to cut your total in half, but that is the game. Let's add a killer into your total. And we are down to 287. The good news, the silver lining there, is that you have taken another killer out of the game. With 2 questions remaining, there are 4 cash values, 2 pretty high ones, and 2 killers as well. Your total is 287 at the moment, and this equates to pennies, which you will, fantastic amounts of pennies you could win. There's still a lot available there. So let's have a quick chat about what are the 4 that you would not be uncomfortable being left with at the end, bearing in mind you will be answering independently.
Right. So I'm looking at those. I'm thinking bridge is probably a bridges question, or possibly a card games question. Forbidden Island might be geography. I'd be all right with that.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones, I've no idea what.
Ticket to Ride, that could be about roller coasters, or roller coasters. It could be about trains. Again, it's a bit of a.
Could be Beatles songs.
Yeah, well, you never know. We've got quite a wide variety of knowledge amongst this community.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the factoids right now, and I can say between you, one of you was right on that question. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting.
on the subject.
Oh, okay.
Roller Coasters, Transport, or Beatles songs. It's one of those.
Well, of course you're not going to tell us. Checkers and Risk, they just seem too vague a description to even attempt to guess at what they would be.
Yeah.
Connect 4, why do I have a feeling giving recent events that there could be something to do with only Connect and connecting walls in there?
I think Risk is so vague. I think I'd want to get rid of that before the final.
Yeah, I'm actually happy to.
But it's your choice, actually. So
No. I was thinking of either getting rid of Checkers or Risk, but yeah. So can we have Risk, please, Ben?
Let's load Risk into your box, and also Bitter Rotter. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Let's load up Risk, and David, a coin to go with the Risk question.
Well, the second band I ever saw live was Steps, so let's have H.
Hey,
very nice indeed. Let's load H into your box.
Not A, H.
Let's hope this isn't a tragedy then.
Oh, very good. When the feeling's gone and you can't go on, it's. I keep forgetting you guys can't hear the piano, but the stream can. Right, loaded into your money box, and we're hoping for a right answer, and we're hoping for cash. Let's see what the question brings on Risk. According to the US Department of Labor Bureau of Labor Statistics, which occupation had a higher fatal injury rate in 2020? Was it truck drivers or roofers?
Ooh.
Right away, I'm thinking roofers, because I'm thinking truck drivers. There's loads of safety measures in vehicles now. I think they wouldn't have as many car accidents. And also, you're more likely to survive a car accident in a truck because you just plow into anything that's in front of you. You know. Roofers, you're working at height. You're just, America has a lot of skyscrapers, so you're doing roofing sort of 2,000 feet in the air. So
yeah, there's a method to the madness there. No, and also I can't find fault in that logic there. So. And actually, I'm just going to add. Sorry, I'm just going to add something here because chat, Marky V in chat has come up with an interesting thing. And normally I don't involve chat, but I feel like this is a game like where I'm the host of the code, where I want to help you. I'm not against you. So I'm just going to add an interesting piece of information. Marky V has said 2020 lockdown. If that affects your thinking, COVID.
Does that affect your thinking? It may or may not make any difference. Bear in mind, we're looking at the US as well, which may have had different lockdown rules. I just wanted to draw attention to an interesting thing. Also, Do Duetry, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're keeping well.
That puts a different spin on things because obviously roofers would not have been allowed near houses or as much of housing because of obviously that COVID thing. But even so, and also there would have been. Would there have been more? No, there would have been less truck drivers potentially on the roads as well.
Fewer, surely.
Fewer truck drivers. I think that it's the fact it's an injury rate, so it's the number of injuries per
injury rate.
So it's not the number that were out there doesn't really matter. It's how much they were getting injured per person. So I don't think it matters too much. I'd be tempted to stick with my original logic, and I'd be tempted to take a couple of roofies.
Thank you very much for the follow. Yes, Do Duetry. Apologies for mispronouncing your name. Thank you for the follow. And I just had a plate of spaghetti bolognese placed in front of me, so apparently it's dinner time. What are we going to go with, guys? What do we think?
I'm happy to go with David's answer of roofers.
Roofers, please.
Roofers, okay. We'll lock roofers in.
Roofer signed.
First of all, let's find out, is that the right answer? Yes, it is.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Great thinking that one out. Well done.
They estimate that there were 47 deaths per 100,000 workers for roofers versus 25.8 deaths per 100,000 for truck drivers. So 258 in a million versus 470 in a million for roofers. That was the right answer. Very well played. Claire, Natter, DMC finding a killer and getting it wrong. I'm afraid you're going to get cut in half. Mork finding a killer up near the top, but getting it right, so preserving their score. Now, the question is, do we want to find cash at this point, or do we want to find a killer? Both have their advantages. Nothing we can do about it either way.
Yeah, there's no point prevaricating, as you say.
Absolutely. Let's find out. What did you bring to your money box? 375. It's the top of the game. Great coin. Was it the right time to find it? We will find out in just a minute because you've got one more question to face before the final. But for now, let's add that 375 to your total. Yellowtail now the leader, 1,075. Samster with 1,000. Colo with 906. And you are up to 662. And the final question is with you. One of these questions you will face right now, and you will play for either a cash or a killer value. The other 4 will be thrown into the magic RNG machine, and one of them will be picked for your final question, which you will answer independently. Take a little minute to have a chat about what you think you would like to get rid of now and what you'd be happy to see in the final.
Okay, so which were the ones that we wouldn't mind keeping back for the final? It was Forbidden Island,
Ticket to Ride,
and Bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Connect 4 either if it is an only Connect thing. I don't know what the question would be, but yeah,
so
I think
on process of elimination, then we'd be going for checkers, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fast enough thought. Sorry, I was trying to have some food.
Wolfing down your bolognese. Sorry, shall we waffle for a bit?
No. No, we're already 45 minutes behind, and the arena guests are on standby. So we're going to play checkers now and leave Connect 4, Bridge, Ticket to Ride, and Forbidden Island to the RNG machine. Okay, let's load up checkers. And final decision for a coin. There are 3 cash values, 2 killers. Ideally, we'd find a cash value here, and then all of it is academic, whether it's right or wrong, but cash would be great. What's it going to be?
B
Matt.
for Bravo, please.
B for Bravo. Let's load B into your money box. And here is a question on checkers for you. Which other presidential pet was the same type of animal as checkers? Was it Socks or Buddy?
Okay.
So what
Checkers.
was checkers?
Checkers was, I believe, Richard Nixon's dog.
Okay.
So Checkers was a dog. I think Socks was a cat. I think Socks was it Clinton's cat or something like that? And Buddy was one of the Obama's dogs, something like that. I think Socks. I think is more of a. Sorry.
I would have gone with Buddy anyway, just on a random, because it just sounds more like a dog name.
Yeah, Socks sounds more like a cat's name, and Buddy sounds more like a dog's name. Yeah.
Yep. So on that basis, lock in Buddy.
B for Buddy.
Yep.
Buddy is locked in. First of all, was that the right answer? Good logic and right down to the fine details. Yes, Checkers was Nixon's Cocker Spaniel. I have one of those myself. And Buddy was Clinton's Chocolate Labrador Retriever, and Socks was his cat.
Okay.
So yes, absolutely spot on, right down to the details. Very well played. And I've just realised having spaghetti bolognese is about the least elegant thing one can eat on stream. There are a few killers and a few people going to get cut in half there. Silent Marie finding 500 at the last minute. Tipster and Quizzle and Aaron finding the 375. Let's see. What did you bring to your money box? At this point, we really hope it's cash. Really hope it's cash. But was it?
On 300.
Come on, make it Gerard Butler.
What?
What's in your
300?
300. The film. What is in your money box? It's 300!
This is Sparta!
Oh!
We dine in hell!
Yes. Or tonight we dine with Spag Bowl, which is very nice.
I've only seen the trailer.
Good film. Worth your time. Right. 300, and that was the last question. So, we are through, and we have got a cash value to finish. Very well played, guys. Let's add 300 to your total. So, 962 is what you've amassed. You've earned it, but can you keep it? That is the question that we ask you as we go to the final round, the finale, aptly named. So, here's how this is going to work. First of all, lobby players, you may answer either A or B or pass. Choosing the correct answer will bank 100% of your points. Choosing the incorrect answer will bank 10% of your points. Choosing to pass will bank 50% of your points. Abstention will be treated as a pass. So in the audience game, you've got A, B, or pass. Those are the only options. Pennies will then be paid out at a rate of 10% of your final score, plus whatever the computer decides to do at random. Because it is not quite right, we discovered. But there's so many pennies have gone out today, it's not, I don't think it's going to be too much difference. But those are the options. A, if you want to play A. B, if you want to play B. Pass, if you want to pass it. And then the payout rate is there. And then 10% of your final score will be your penny payout rate. As for David and Matt, you will now face a question, and you'll face the options. And I must ask, from when this screen goes away, that there is no more conferring.
Okay.
You're both going to submit an answer, either A or B, to Persephone's Twitch spot. Oh, and just a minute, a message from... No message, but a gift sub from Clive of Legend to Tipster. Tipster, welcome on into the fam. Enjoy ad-free viewing for the next month, and an extra £2.50 going on to our total for Fetch Dog. Thank you very much to Clive. So, you're going to answer independently. You're not going to be allowed to confer on the question. If you both give me the right answer, then you will split your 962 pennies evenly. And yes, 962, and you'll take home 476, I think is half of that, pennies each.
481.
481, thank you very much. My math is not so good. 481 pennies each, if you both give me a right answer. If one of you gives me the right answer, and one of you gives me the wrong answer, the player who is right takes home all 962 pennies. If you're both wrong, you leave with nothing. However, I'm going to throw you a lifeline. You, like the audience players, have also got the option to pass. Now, if one of you plays and one of you passes, it will be treated as though you both got it right and you will split the money evenly. If one of you is wrong and one of you passes, you both leave with nothing. If you both pass, you both leave with nothing. So the question is, it's a game of trust, not of deceit. It's sort of spinning golden balls on its head. Do you think your teammate will know the answer? Do you know the answer? If you're fairly confident on the answer, your best bet is to play the right answer. If you are not confident on the right answer, you have to ask, does my opponent know this? And if they do, I will pass, maybe. Or do you take a guess? It is entirely up to you. There is no more conferring allowed. The way this works, you both need to whisper an answer to the bot. Nothing will happen for the first 20 seconds, so as to avoid any influence, because if one of you answers very, very quickly, and this thank you to Zeus for pointing out this idiosyncrasy of the game, if one of you answers very, very quickly, it might become very obvious that they know the answer, giving you a free opportunity to pass and split the money. So for 20 seconds, nothing will appear on screen. After 20 seconds, if you've both answered, lobby, the answering will lock. If neither of you have answered, you've still got time to answer. If only one of you has answered, it will show who has locked in. Are you both happy and clear on the rules?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, for 962 pennies, I wish you both the very, very best of luck. The question selected by the computer is Connect 4. Question is on Connect 4, and I must insist at this point there is no more conferring either in the chat or in typing. Whispering now to Persephone's Twitch bot A, B, or pass. For lobby players and for hot seat players. Good luck. The question is, which of these Greek letters was used for selecting questions on early series of Only Connect? Was it Zeta or Theta? Matt, 20 seconds is up. Matt had locked in. 5 seconds in the lobby. Both players have locked in an answer. We know DVD Smith, aka David, has been on Only Connect. Matt was the first to answer. Did he play an answer or did he pass? First of all, let's find out what is the correct answer. And I must ask you to try and contain your reactions if you know what you've said. Obviously, you know what you've said. Try and contain your reactions in the idea of building up suspense. The correct answer was Zeta. As from Apodo, as someone who doesn't know the Greek alphabet because he never pledged a fraternity in college, this is genuinely hard to me, but apparently the early episodes used the first 6 Greek letters before switching to the hieroglyphs. Zeta was the correct answer. Those are the scores as read out in the lobby. As to whether you got it right, wrong, or passed. Divide that by 10, that will be your penny payout. Thank you very much for playing. So, the right answer was Zeta. But what did you say? I really hope this is a happy ending for both of you, and if not for at least one of you. Computer, what did they say? Oh no!
Oh crap!
Oh guys!
Yep.
I'm so sorry. No, we've got the bad ending. Oh, apparently it's pronounced Zeta rather than Zeta. Zeta. Oh, Matt going for a pass. That might have explained the early one. And David went the wrong way.
I did, yeah. I misremembered. I just thought I'm more familiar with Theta than Zeta as a Greek letter, and so that was all that was in my head. So I took a gamble.
Guys, I'm so sorry. 962 built up, but it is not to be tonight. Oh, I think that's the first time we've seen the bad ending in Moneybox. But I tell you what, I was feeling the tension right here. I don't know how you were feeling.
World first.
World first, yes, the world first non-victory.
They're setting a precedent.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, I tell you what, it has been a pleasure having you both here. It's been lovely to chat with you. And I'm sorry it wasn't a happier ending, but you've been fantastic contestants. Have you had a good time?
Oh, yeah. It was the friends we made along the way.
Absolutely, that's the main thing, right?
and the enemies.
And the enemies, quite.
And the killers we met along the way.
Matt, how you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling my good luck I've had this week was due to end at some point, but oh well. As I say, really enjoyable games. It's the first time I've seen this. Really enjoyed it, and
good.
Yeah, privilege as always to be on this channel, Ben. Thank you very much for having me.
A pleasure to have you. Thank you very much, Matt and David. You've been fantastic contestants. Just to drop you back into the green room, but do enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right, thanks very much. This was amazing.
Cheers, guys. Night. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. There was such good play all the way through. A couple of tricky killers, but they brought it back to nearly 4 figures, but at the end, just couldn't capitalise. I'm so sorry, but we had a good time. And in the lobby, Toot leading with 102 pennies, Samster with 100, and Quizzle with 98. And all of this is done automatically, including, I think, the question writer. I will find out. Because I'm pretty sure. Hang on. I was going to check this very quickly because in just a moment we have got the third of our celebrity special games and we have got a real treat in store for you. Give me a moment just to go to Gameplay Pennies because I just want to check. I'm pretty sure the question writer. Oh, let's not put Visual Studio. This is Visual Studio behind the scenes of the Charity Street. Gameplay Pennies, points equals pennies split. Yeah, this is the most complicated one we've got. Does the author get award automatically? People to score, player person could touch outcome. No. It does it somewhere else. Okay, so I will have to check into this as to whether the author gets pennies automatically. I'm not sure they do. I will add some more on afterwards for Apodo. Lingo, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on and we're nearly an hour late now, so I must extend my sincere apologies to our friends and guests who are waiting. Pennies will be added on in some form or other, and Apodo, I will add on pennies for you after the fact because I don't think it does it automatically. Such a shame that we've ended like that on that game, but it was. I hope you enjoyed the ride along the way. And coming right up after this break, we have got our third celebrity special. It is a trip to the arena for 4 professional question writers. This is the first point we've got to where I haven't exported the pack yet, so give me about 5 minutes to set up. I also need to do tech with the guests as well, because we're going to have a quick chat beforehand before we jump into the game. You can play along in the arena at home, and this pack has been written by David J. Bodycombe. So, I hope that everyone is all ready for this, ready to play along at home, and ready to greet our guests. We'll have a very brief interview with them before we jump into the action, because this is a non-voice game. Stay right there, because we will be right back. I'm going to go to setup for the next game. In the meanwhile, have some pennies right there. Let's put some music on. Give me 5-6 minutes to get set up for the next game, and our guests will join us shortly. When this has ended, you'll be able to check your pennies and see how many you've been given. The game seems to give them out entirely at random. Stay right there. We'll be back very soon. go to our game with our guests who are waiting on standby in the wings. I might give it till the end of this sting, actually, because that's about 40 seconds. Oh, a great big noise. Message from our sponsor, Digital David.
Team Dan.
Hashtag Team Dan, Digital David says. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. That's another 50p going on to the total. In fact, while we wait for the sting to finish, let me do some more donations. Zeus, another £5. 8 PM Piano Tax, the evil version of... I can't see that because it's gone off the screen. The evil version of the Moneybox theme. Loved it. Prugs donated £10. Just to support the cause and to thank you for the entertainment distraction today and every day. Thank you very much, Prugs. And Frederick Heath Wren has donated £20 as well. Thank you very much indeed for the generosity there. We're up to £840, £160 shy of our next target of £1,000. Tap at my window. Welcome to the game as well. About 30 seconds. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Hashtag Team Dan, cause it gotta be right.
And thank you for the 200 bits, Puzzle Dan. Another £1 added to the total. Hashtag Team Dan, cause it gotta be right. Okay, here comes the end of the sting. And we get ready to meet up. Okay, we'll get the alerts out of the way first of all. Matt gifting out a sub there to M. Clemson. Thank you very much. Another £2.50 added to the total. Let's go to the arena. From our sponsor, Vincenz.
Who should be victorious at what?
Indeed, who should be victorious at what? And thank you for the 100 bits. And a message from our sponsor, Marky V, about to come in over the dramatic music of the arena. A message from Marky V.
Obra Din, Obra Dan.
Obra Din, Obra Dan. Thank you for the 300 bits, Marky V. And welcome to Energy at Laucon and Tap at My Window to the stream. And the smoke begins to rise as our guests in the wings start to tremble with fear, and they rise from the deep. We have Quizzy Dan, Laura Conlon, Jack Yeo, and Alex Macmillan, our celebrity question writers for this evening. Welcome to the arena. To all four of you, thank you very much for joining us and taking time out of your evening to come and be here. And apologies for the delay. Lovely to have you all here. I'll go round you in order, starting at the top. Quizzy Dan, welcome to the arena. How are you keeping?
I am very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm not quite at the running on fumes point yet, but it's the food that has been consistent throughout the day has been helping.
You are being well supplied with victuals, I have noticed. This is going well.
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
We're so I've still got half a bowl of spaghetti bolognese, which I will attempt to eat during Only Connect, which is following immediately after this game. Dan, take a few minutes. I know a lot of people here, because we've got quite a close, quite a good relationship between our two communities. But for those of us who are perhaps new here or who haven't met you before, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do in your professional world, and perhaps further afield as well. Dan Peake, everybody.
Hello, so I am Quizzy Dan, Daniel Peake. Those of you who know me from my question writing work will very much associate me with Only Connect. That's my big one. I'm not the only one here who does Only Connect, so I will leave a little bit of leeway to talk about that. But I've been a question writer for Only Connect. I'm also the picture researcher for Only Connect as well. I don't do all the picture research, but I do a great deal of it. I've also been a question writer for Quizness on Channel 4, which was last year. I've also done a few other things. I did a puzzle show ages ago called Beat the Brain. I've done Two Tribes. I've done Chase the Case. And I've also been a Questions AP, which stands for Assistant Producer, which is essentially someone who takes all the questions from the writers, puts them in a big pot, make sure they get verified, and that they're the sort of questions that the producers are happy with and want, and all that sort of thing. So I've been in the TV industry for on and off. For about 10 years now, on and off, very, very sporadically. Had a few downtimes in that sort of a way. I'm currently a puzzles editor assistant editor. Let me get it right. Assistant editor for a well-known broadsheet that rhymes with Mellograph, and
very nice,
which is keeping me occupied until September this year. So that's what I do on a professional capacity. On a non-professional capacity, we better not talk about that. I do some Twitch streaming.
It's I have to say, it's quite an impressive CV that you've got there, Dan. It's really good of you to come out. Now, do you think that your experience writing questions is going to prepare you for answering questions in the arena?
I'm going to say yes. In reality, it's no. When you write questions, you have the internet at your disposal. You have research. When you have to think, I'd like to think that some of that knowledge has absorbed in, but not. I know it won't have done. I'm going to do my best that I can.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck tonight with another three of your contemporaries here. The next of whom is Laura Conlon. Laura, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being with us. How are you doing?
Hello. I am okay. I am recovering from a walk that I went on this afternoon to try and get my hype up before the competition. Then ended up getting caught up by sunset in some woods, and then the path ran out. It ended up being a bit more of a traumatic experience than I expected it to be, but I'm here and I'm running on adrenaline and I'm genuinely sweating quite a lot.
Oh no, not at all. Well, it does sound like it's quite an exciting walk over there. Then it's Northern Ireland you're speaking to us from?
Yes, lovely Belfast. Well,
Belfast.
Okay, Belfast, let's put it that way.
Nice. Now, Laura, just tell us a bit about your background, your history in writing questions. So the one thing that I have noticed about you, and I'll let you say it if you want to, is the thing that's in your Twitter handle, which I enjoy a lot. I don't know if you want to share that with everybody else, what that's all about, but just tell us a bit about you and your background in writing questions.
So I think I know what you're referring to here, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the co-creator of Sharon Gate?
That's the one. That is the one.
That's it. Okay. This is my only question writing claim to fame. I mean, I have credits similar to Daniel and I assume Alex as well. I've done a bit of Mastermind, a bit of Only Connect, Quizness as well, and then pilots and lightning-y things and things like this. But the thing that you probably know me for without knowing that it's me was whenever Amanda Henderson answered a question on Celebrity Mastermind. The answer was Greta Thunberg, and she unfortunately said Sharon. And then we got to sort of witness that go viral in front of our very eyes. And I believe it's still shown occasionally on Seth Meyers. So it seems to be one of his recurring bits. Who knows? It's a mad
funny. It was a very, very funny moment, I have to say, but I think it was the delivery of just Sharon, and then John Humphries is going Greta Thunberg, which was delicious. So, co-creator of that question, how do you fancy your chances up against three of your contemporaries, Dan, Jack, and Alex? How do you fancy your chances here? And what are the stakes?
The stakes is reputation, as I'm sure it is for all of us. I am fearful for my chances. I have sort of worked tangentially with all these fine folk, and also the lovely David, who's written the set. So I am scared for my life, to put it mildly. But we'll see how we fare.
We'll see how we get on. Laura, thank you again for being here, and the very best of luck in the arena tonight. P. Fired, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much to Enar Whale for that follow, and Vincenz, a message from us to Vincenz.
The stakes are hopefully medium to medium rare.
The stakes are hopefully medium to medium rare. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Vincenz. I need to turn off alerts when we go into the game, because obviously we want to make sure that we have full concentration, and I don't know how to do that without OBS, but I'll figure that out in a minute. We move on to Jack, contestant number 3. Jack, is it Jack Yeo? Is that the pronunciation? Jack, I think you're muted, Jack. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
It's just Yo.
Yo, I beg your pardon. Jack Yo.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much for being here. Now, you're based in London, so we've got a sort of accommodating for at least 3 different portions of the UK here. Jack from London, tell us a bit about yourself, your background in writing questions and the online world and further afield.
Well, I'll start by saying that I'm in London, but I'm very much representing Wales, despite my very English accent.
Very nice.
So my job is a sort of split between question writing and format development. So on the question writing side, I've written questions for shows such as The Wall with Danny Dyer, 100K Drop, and most recently, well, not most recently, but Richard Osman's House of Games. Probably the big hitters. And then on the format development side, games development for House of Games as well. That's always a lot of fun. And then the odd thing here and there. A lot of pilots and things like that. There was a show a couple of years ago called Best Christmas Ever with Alexander Armstrong, which was a lot of fun and never went anywhere. And a new singing show coming up called Starstruck, which is about to air. Those are probably the potted highlights of my career.
Well, I mean, it's quite a broad portfolio, both question writing and format developing. And as someone who does that, obviously, here as well, I know that they are two very different disciplines. Do you have one that you prefer? Do you have one that you're better at? Do you like one more than the other, I suppose is what I'm getting at, when it comes to format developing or question writing?
It's a tricky one to say. I really do like having the balance of both. To be honest, I do a lot more format developing than I do question writing. Getting my excuses in early, but I really love. Those times when I do get to go off for a bit and just do question writing and be involved in the production. It's a nice contrast because you can go away and get really super into production for a bit, and that's always an amazing experience, but a really intense one.
Yeah.
And then format development is much more of a just standard office job where you have regular hours and go home at the end of the day. So it's nice to be able to switch between the two. I'd hesitate to say I prefer one than the other because I think I like the balance of both.
Man after my own heart, I have to say. I tend not to try and get bogged down in one thing, so I like to do lots of things. Indeed, it does keep the days fresh. But Jack, again, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to come and join us here for this Question Writers special. I have just paused alert, so if anyone else, thank you very much for the follows. Marcus Keeley, thank you for that follow right there. I have paused alerts temporarily. I'll set them up again after the game, just till we get through the arena right here. And our final contestant this evening is undeniably Alex, aka Alex McMillan. Alex, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me and for referring to me as a celebrity. That's doing wonders for my ego.
Well, it's you're certainly celebrities as far as I'm concerned, and amongst our little community here. I know your reputations as question writers. We all sort of revere professional question writers a little bit, I like to think. But so it's great to have you here. Alex, tell us a bit about yourself, your background, what you do, things you've worked on.
Yeah, I suppose I'm sort of the middle child, only Connect-wise here. Out of myself, Dan and Laura, I've been working at Only Connect for the median amount of time. I've been doing that for a few years. I've also written for Lightning, which is on BBC Two last year and is hopefully coming back soon. And I've worked on The Wall alongside Jack, and worked on Quizness alongside Laura and Dan as well. So I'm just getting my tendrils in everywhere.
Yeah. So I had a really good question, and it's just gone from my brain. Yeah. I mean, I was going to say it would be quite funny because obviously three of you have worked on Only Connect and Jack hasn't. The game after this one is Only Connect, so if you wanted to stick around for that, it'd be interesting to see if Jack wipes the floor with the three of you. If you all stick around to play that later on.
I think we've all got Only Connect exhaustion. I personally know I'm genuinely terrible at it, having failed the audition 5 times.
Well, I've written the question pack for the next game, so you can have a look at that and see if it's any easier. So, Alex, as what you in sort of the wider field, because I know you do some streaming. I think I've seen you streaming before, and you've got a sort of a wider portfolio outside of the question world as well. Is there any other things that you sort of pursue elsewhere?
Yeah, I manage a delightful drag queen by the name of Kaylee Raymond. She does some streaming. She does some comedy. It's a variable quality. And then I also do improv as well. And I think the thing I did most recently that was notable, it's not as viral as Sharon now. I made a thread about Yankee Candles and their sort of abstract qualities, and that is still getting retweeted. It's just on like a ridiculous number of things, and I probably should have muted it by now.
Oh, but the serotonin, is it serotonin? The
oh yeah, anytime I get that notification,
it's like, yes, my worth as a human being has improved. I get that, which is why it's quite nice to click onto my Twitter and see it's just gone from 9 to 12 notifications, which is very exciting, and I'll look forward to reading through those a bit later on. Alex, thank you very much for joining us, and I think it's fair to say that professional reputation and grudges, professional grudges between these four is at stake here. We're very, very excited to see how they fare. What I'm going to suggest...
Alex is doomed.
Sorry, go.
Alex is doomed.
Alex is doomed, is what Dan is saying. Well,
that's it. That's the tweet.
In order to prevent the banter during the game to allow you to fully concentrate, I'm actually going to suggest that you all stay here in the broadcast studio with me, but stay on mute. I will also mute you at this end, but you'll be able to hear me read the questions. You can either watch in the Discord or on Twitch, but the key thing is that in Discord it will be in real time, but on Twitch you'll have to follow when the questions arise. It might be slightly out of sync. You're whispering A to D or 1 to 4 to the bot, and that applies in the audience game as well. What I'll do, if I keep you all here, and then as players are eliminated, we'll have a very brief chat with you before we say farewell. Hopefully that all makes sense. But if you stick to being muted for now, and I'll mute you on the stream, and that would be grand. I'm getting some static from someone. Who am I getting static from? Because you're all muted. I don't know how that's happening. Is that static from me? I don't even know. Well, I'm going to mute you in the Discord and wish all four of you the very best of luck. Let's go to round number 1. Round 1 is 10 in 10. You'll face 10 multiple choice questions. You'll have 10 seconds to respond to each A to D or 1 to 4 to Persephone's Twitch bot. Correct answers will earn you a point. Incorrect answers will cost you a point. Abstentions will cost you nothing. Additionally, if only one player gives the correct answer, a bonus point is awarded. At the end of the round, the player with the lowest score will be eliminated. In the event the scores are tied, the player who spent longest answering in total this round will be eliminated. I know our hot seat players are happy with those metrics as we went through at the tech the other night. So, in the audience game, if you give me a correct answer, you get a point. If you get it wrong or abstain, you don't get a point. No points lost, so it's just correct answers get you a point in the lobby game. But in the arena, the stakes are a little bit different. And this question pack comes to us from David J. Bodicum, to whom we are immensely grateful. Good luck to all four. Let's play 10 in 10. And Jack, your name has just appeared on the Twitch, so welcome to you there. I'll chat with one of you in about 4 minutes' time. Good luck. Here comes question number 1. Which of these is a type of makeup applied with sponge used by actors? Pastry, muffin, pancake, waffle. Jack, just sneaking an answer. Remember, you can't go lower than 0. Pancake was the correct answer. Dan, Laura, and Alex off the mark. Oh, is the overlay covering the question? I will get rid of that briefly then. Question 2. How often does a quotidian event occur? Quotidian. Daily, quarterly, monthly, or fortnightly? All 4 have answered. And only 2 of them are right. Dan and Jack getting a point. Laura and Alex both incorrect. Dropping back to 0, both of them. Jack currently on 1. Dan is on 2. A few people on 2 for 2 in the lobby. Let's go on question number 3. Which of these is a real position in netball? Small forward, point guard, centre attack, wing defence. Jack, Dan choosing to preserve his score there. D, wing defence was the correct answer. All 3 other players were correct. Jack moves up to 2. Laura and Alex both on 1. On we go. Which animal did Florence Nightingale often carry in her pocket? Kitten, mouse, ferret, owl. Nobody touching that with a barge pole. It's D, an owl. Juju Trey, I'm not sure if you're in the lobby. Actually. Oh, no, yes, you are. It has recorded 1. You're on 1. Sometimes it eats the responses occasionally. It's just a Twitch foible. 2211. Question 5. What does vitamin K help the human body to do? Kill viruses, regulate metabolism, promote good sleep, or clot the blood? No one in the arena prepared to break cover. They know they lose a point if they're wrong, but remember you get a bonus point if you're the only one right. It's declot the blood. 2211 at the halfway mark as we move to question number 6. The original Charing Cross was erected in memory of which English queen? Eleanor of Castile, Margaret of Anjou, Catherine of Braganza, Mary of Orange. Also cautious, it was B, Margaret of Anjou. Also very, very cautious here, not wanting to break cover. Let's move on to question number 7. If someone told you to cheese it, what should you do? Pull a trigger, make a bet, shake hands, or run away? Alex having a go, Dan having a go, Jack having a go, all 4 having a go on this one. All 4 correct, no change to the differences in scores. 3-3-2-2 after 7 questions. Are we going to see any drama as we go forward from here? Question number 8. What is a Pet Shop Boys song Shopping actually about? Power of the media, privatisation, political corruption, or people trafficking? Alex having a go, Jack having a go. And both wrong and losing a point. It's B, privatisation. They both went for D, which was the wrong answer. Dan now with the lead of 3. Alex now on the back foot with 1 and 2 questions to go. Laura and Jack both on 2. Question 9. Which country contains the tip of the Horn of Africa? Somalia, Sudan, South Africa, Senegal. Alex breaking cover, Jack having a go as well. Jack is right, Alex was wrong. Alex drops that down to 0. He needs a miracle at this point. Jack moves into lead with 4, Dan on 3, Laura on 2. Alex, if you only want to get this one right and someone gets it wrong, he could still make it through. Here is question number 10. Which of these is a genuine gardening technique? Sticky finger test, bare bottom test, backwards mirror test, cold laugh test. Alex is wrong. Laura, the only one to get it right, moves up to 4. And Alex, it's under the stage for you. You have been eliminated. Alex, oh, you can unmute yourself. Come have a chat with me. My dude, what happened?
I just got sick of us all sitting there waiting, sitting on our hands, and I just thought, let's give the people what they want. I don't know the answers to these questions, but
it's the way of the game. I didn't realise it was going to be quite so tactical when there was a difference in scores, 2-2-1-1. Actually, people were going to say, nope, I'm happy with my lead. I'll stick with it until someone tries to break it. And yeah, you breaking cover there, but just not working out for you. Oh, Alex, I'm so sorry, but I'm sorry most of all for the banter that you're going to have to put up with from these other 3 in due course.
I can deal with it. It's fine.
Deal with it. Well, Alex, it's been tremendous to have you here. Thank you so much again for coming to join us. I'm afraid it is goodbye for now, but I do hope to see you again. And do stick around for some Only Connect. Maybe you can best somebody in that arena a bit later on.
Hopefully so.
Hopefully so. Take care, Alex. I shall pop you back into the green room and we'll see you another time. Alex, our first casualty of the game, but the game must continue with 3. Jack and Laura both finishing on 1 there. On 4 there. Dan finishing on 3. Let's go to round number 2. Round 2 is Survivors. The strategies you employed in that first round are not going to pay off here. You will face up to 15 multiple choice questions, 10 seconds to respond to each, A to D or 1 to 4 to the bot. Every incorrect player loses a life. In the event all players are correct, no lives are lost unless sudden death mode is active. From question 9, sudden death mode will be active. In the event all players are correct, the slowest player will lose a life. That's not until question 9. I will also warn you that abstention in this round for our hot seat players is treated as incorrect. So if you don't give an answer, you will lose a life. First player to exhaust 3 lives will be eliminated. This round can be as short as 3 questions or as long as 15. In the event more than one player exhausts their lives simultaneously, the player who spent the longest answering in total this round will be eliminated. Best of luck to the 3 survivors. Let's play. And fingers on buzzers A to D or 1 to 4. Here comes question number 1. What was the favourite food of the Teletubbies? Is it porridge, marshmallow, blancmange, or custard? Oh, a beautiful chord locking in simultaneously there. I'm going to have some more pasta. It was D. Custard. Tubby Tustard, I think they called it. All 3 are correct. All 3 preserving 3 lives. On we go, question 2. Which of these UK parties campaigned for Cornwall's independence? Plaid Cymru, SNP, Mebion Kerno, DUP. C, Mebion Kerno. Plaid Cymru are Welsh, the SNP are Scottish, and the DUP are Northern Irish. All 3 players with all 3 lives intact. On we go. On a family tree, what is indicated by an equals sign? Divorce, death, marriage, illegitimate birth. All 3 locked in. All 3 correct. It is marriage. I shall return to my pasta. In between questions. I feel that's fine. On we go. All 3 lives still intact for all 3 players. Question number 4. Which of these Parisian landmarks stands at the Place de l'Étoile? Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre, Sorbonne, Eiffel Tower. Remember, abstention is treated as wrong here. All 3 locking in just in time. All 3 incorrect. Arc de Triomphe was the answer. Yeah, B, C, D you went for. Between you got all 3 wrong answers. The answer was A. You've all lost a life and you're down to 2. Place of the star, Mark telling us in chat. What kind of people are celebrated in China on November the 11th? Senior citizens, soldiers, senators, single people. It is D, single people. Laura, incorrect there, down to your last life. Dan and Jack, you still have 2 lives remaining. We'll get the dramatic sting now because it is potentially the last question. Question number 6. Singer CeeLo Green formed half of which soul act? Danger Doom, Outcast, Gnarls Barkley, Nerd. All 3 locking in. The answer was C, Gnarls Barkley. Dan and Jack are both correct, and Laura is wrong. I'm afraid you've lost your last life and you've been eliminated. And just like that, that is the end of round 2. Dan and Jack progress to the final. Laura, come and have a chat with me. Oh, Laura.
What and blast.
It was going so well, finishing one of the top 2 in the first round, and then it's just all come unstuck there. Oh, commiserations.
Just
3rd place.
Plummeted, but it's grand.
It's just a what now?
Oh. I just plummeted straight down.
Straight
it seemed
down.
all at once.
Into the ground, yes.
Well, I kept pace with the lads for a while.
Well, it's I don't know what to say, but it's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you very much. And the one thing is that you can at least claim some bragging rights over Alex, who I'll pop you back into the green room with shortly. But unfortunately, it is 3rd place tonight. But have you had a good time?
I've had a lovely time. Thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful. A pleasure. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you again really soon. For now, Laura Conlon, 3rd place. Thank you very much for playing. So, our final between Quizzy Dan Peak, and Jack Yo, both remaining with 2 lives, so the player with control will be the player who spent the least amount of time. It doesn't debug that for me until we get to the round. Best of luck to you both. Let's go to the final. Claire currently way out in front on 14. I say way out in front, 1 point ahead. In front on 14. As we come to round 3, play or pass, you will face up to 9 multiple choice questions. You will have 10 seconds to respond to each A to D or 1 to 4 to the bot as before. Controlling player is shown a category and chooses whether to play or pass the question. The controlling player then alternates with each question, starting with the leading player. Correct answers earn a point, incorrect answers earn your opponent a point. First player to 5 points will be our winner. Best of luck to you both. Let's find out who's in control. It is Dan. Dan spent less time answering the question, so Dan, you will have control of the board, starting play or pass, with the first category, which is materials. Play or pass? Choosing to pass. So Jack, this question on materials is for you. Abstention is treated as wrong. Which rough woven cloth is known as burlap in the US? Organza, Hessian, brocade, taffeta. Jack locking in. With the right answer, B, Hessian. Very well played. That was a bad pass, Dan. Jack has got a point up on you. A break point, you could say. Jack, you are in control of the next one. Play or pass on the next category, which is political radio. Play or pass? Jack choosing to play right here, taking the question for himself. Here's your question. Which US president was known for informal radio broadcasts or fireside chats? Harry S. Truman, James A. Garfield, Warren G. Harding, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Now locking in. With the right answer, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and just like that, Jack is 2-0 up. Dan is going to get control of the next question and decide whether he's going to play or pass. Dan's going to have to think about whether or not he knew those questions or whether he should have played. Category, Dan, is land. Play or pass? Dan taking the question for himself this time. Here it is. By area, what is Britain's largest landowner? Ministry of Defence, the Crown Estate, the National Trust, or the Forestry Commission? Dan locking in. Wrong answer. Dan going for A, which was not the right answer. It was D, the Forestry Commission, and like that, Jack is 3-0 up. I was expecting the church to come up as an option there. Jack, control is with you. Musical instruments, play or pass? Jack choosing to play on this one. I think my headset's died, so I might need to plug it in. Question is, which musical instrument has been nicknamed the Mississippi saxophone? Melodica, hurdy-gurdy, harmonica, Jew's harp. Jack locking in. Wrong answer. Jack going for A. The answer was C, harmonica. Dan taking a point back now, 3-1. Dan, you've got control. Comeback starts now, Dan says. You've got control. Play or pass on the category of Ireland. Our two non-Irish friends have already left us. No one to pass to there. What are you going to do, Dan? Dan taking the question for himself, choosing to play. In Ireland, what are McGillycuddy's reeks? Mountains, rivers, islands, lakes. Dan locking in. A, mountains. Dan locked in D, lakes. Jack is 1 away. We come to a match point. It is 4-1 to Jack. As we come to question 6. Jack, you've got control. Play or pass on the subject of teen drama? Jack choosing to play. Could be the final question. In which series did Blake Lively play It Girl Serena Van der Woodsen? 13 Reasons Why, Awkward, Riverdale, Gossip Girl. Jack locking in D, Gossip Girl, which is the right answer. And with that, Jack achieves his 5th point. And Dan, I'm afraid you've been eliminated. Dan, come and have a quick chat with us. Come and have a quick chat with us. Oh, no, Dan, I'm sorry.
Never working with Jack, ever.
Commiserations to you. If there's any consolation, you improved by 1 place on last year's charity stream.
I'll win next year. Thank you
Next
for the
year.
sequence. Yes.
Next year, that is the only Connect sequence right here. Third, then second. Next year, first.
What does that mean for the year after?
You transcend and become a god, and the stream collapses in a puff of logic. To quote,
Well, I'm looking forward to
paraphrase
that.
Douglas Adams there.
Very much looking forward to that.
Dan, it's been a pleasure to have you here. Congratulations on second place. A valiant effort. Just pipped at the post there. Jack fairly dominant in that final. But have you had a good time?
It's been terrible. I've hated every single second of it.
Well, so you didn't. No one is forcing you to be here.
That's what you say on stream. It's not what you said to me yesterday. No, I've had a lovely day. Can I offer one piece of question writing advice for those who are aspiring question writers who wonder how to even go about it? I mean, there's lots of advice that I could give. My main thing is try to make it interesting. There's the number of times which you could come across the same question. I always use a chemical element as an example. What H is which chemical element? You know, it's hydrogen. That's a really boring way of putting it. But if you could put a fact in there to make it interesting, then it's a much more interesting question. There was a question this morning, way back in one of your early shows, back when you didn't have a beard, early this morning. I can't remember which pack it was. You've been going for a while.
As you were.
The question was basically oshiratsu is the Japanese for what type of tooth, meaning unknown to the parents. And I think that's a wonderful question because there's a way of working it out. I have absolutely no idea from the Japanese, but I can work it out, and I would have got it right earlier. Because if it's unknown to the parents, well, it's probably not going to be the baby teeth because the parents would know about the baby teeth. They'd even see the second teeth. But the parents, you've probably moved out by the time your molars have your wisdom teeth have come out. So that's what it probably is, and that's just a wonderful fact to put in the question. So if I have a piece of
was that in the tech rehearsal, or was that in today's stream? I genuinely can't remember.
That was in today's stream. It was whatever you did before Cryptex.
Escape Artist, I think, was before Cryptex.
Escape Artist. Yes, it was that. I think then.
Right.
Lovely, really lovely question because it's got an interesting fact. So that's my top tip. Try and make the questions and answers essentially. There's only a set number of them, and we've all heard the same facts. If you can make it interesting, then that's my top tip.
Well, that's high praise going to Toot, actually. Toot, who wrote the Escape Artist back earlier. And so, Dan, thank you very much for your advice. Always very much appreciated. And I take it on board myself as well as a wannabe professional question writer and occasionally professional question writer, I suppose one could say. Dan, did I call you Jack just then?
No.
I didn't. Okay.
If you did, I'd stop paying attention. Sorry.
Okay, Dan, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll pop you back into the green room and hopefully see you another time. Do stick around for Only Connect.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Cheers, Dan. Take care. Which means our champion with 5-1 in the final, Jack Yo. Very many congratulations. How are you feeling?
I am thrilled that I beat Alex.
Yes. Alex. Not Alex's game tonight, but you've.
No, I am buzzing. No matter how much a quiz is just for fun, and I always say like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be a bit of fun at the start of it. I always end so invested by the end. It's a really ugly personality trait, but I am nonetheless absolutely over the moon.
Fantastic. I'm glad to hear. A sterling effort and really good plays there. I think Dan passing that question early on, you capitalising on the pass there, and then just playing your socks off through there. Just an absolutely amazing play and 5-1, a very secure victory. Is there anything you would like to promote or mention at this moment in the stream? We've got 100-something viewers. If you want to mention anything, either a Twitter feed or a Twitch channel or something you do that you'd like to promote, the floor is yours.
Oh, well, I'm Jack R. Yo on Twitter, if anyone fancies giving me a follow. I'm vaguely funny and mostly annoying. I think earlier on, Laura shared her very funny question story, so I was wondering if I could share one of my favourite questions that I've written.
Absolutely, please.
Just as a little anecdote, this was on 100k drop, and I cannot believe that I got away with this and it ended up on television. Which of these songs first entered the UK singles chart closest to the inauguration of Donald Trump as US president? Send in the Clowns, It's the End of the World as We Know It, Money, 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 or Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Oh, that's glorious.
I know. Cannot believe that got through.
Sorry, say the question again. I'm going to try and answer it. Which of these...
Okay, which of these songs first entered the UK singles chart closest to the inauguration of Donald Trump as US president?
First entered.
It's effectively which of them is most recent, but phrased more interestingly as the excellent advice from Dan.
Was it Send in the Clowns?
It's 100k drop, so you can split if you like.
Oh, okay. So what are the options? Send in the Clowns, Money, 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 End of the World as We Know It, and
Everybody Wants to Rule the
World. I'm pretty sure Everybody Wants to Rule the World and End of the World as We Know It must have been in the chart somewhere in the charts before. They're both quite big songs from the 80s. Money, Money, Money's out, but that must have been in the charts. But I'm gonna put all of it on Send in the Clowns.
It is. It's the End of the World as We Know It.
Oh well, this is why I don't go on TV and lots of money. Again, a fabulous question. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
No worries.
Just a terrific game tonight. I posted your Twitter into the chat if anyone wants to go give you a follow. But Jack, once again, thanks for being here. Congratulations on the win. And do stick around. Thank you. You're very welcome to stick around for the rest of it if you'd like to try a few more amongst the crowd.
Absolutely.
Grand. Well, I shall pop you back into the green room and speak to you again soon.
See you later.
Cheers, Jack. So, Jack Yo, our third celebrity champion this year in the arena. Now cut that out, taking the victory in the lobby 19. As I said, it's purely for bragging rights, so no pennies attached to this game, because of course it's a tournament structure game, and we've got a tournament ongoing. These points won't count towards that tournament. But Toot, very well done on winning the lobby there, and Jack, congratulations again on winning in the arena. We are now an hour and 15 minutes behind schedule, so it's now a matter of... get to the end. Can we power through? I am going to finish off my pasta as we play Only Connect, which is coming up next. This one's been written by me. I do hope you'll stick around and play Only Connect. And after Only Connect, we have got We Like Shapes' The Purge pack. So please do stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to all of our celebrity guests for joining us for the arena. Stay right there. Even more quiz trivia action coming right up. And I'll see you very shortly. Congratulations to Jack, for you have bested the arena. Thank you for the reminder to turn sub alerts back on. Expect a daily music coming through right now. And thank you very much to everybody for these are about to come in. We'll do charity updates after this break. If you haven't had a chance to donate yet and you would like to, details of how to donate and the charity that we're raising money for are all there. Please, if you can afford to spare a few pounds, do pop over and donate. It'll be very much appreciated. Coming up very shortly, we will have Only Connect. Very much looking forward to sharing this with you. This is my pack of Only Connect. And pennies are up for grabs. Stay right there, because we've got The Purge coming up after that. Don't go away. We'll be right back.